Hello, everybody, and welcome to Triton Gaming's Apex Trials presented by Turtle Beach and Rockhat. My name is David, aka DRF, and I am joined here by my good friend Talak. Talak, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing very good, David. I am very excited for this tournament. We have a great selection of teams and a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, we have 19 teams here today, so we did have 20 signs, but we do have one team that is currently going to be a no-show. So hopefully they, might join us later on. But as of now, we will be proceeding with the 19 teams that are here and ready. But we are going to be diving into this first game pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah, we have a lot of players, but you know what we have none of, David? No Seers, unfortunately, because he is not allowed in this tournament. Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, season 10 just dropped just a couple days ago, and I think there's one thing that's already on everybody's mind, and that is that just how overpowered Seer is. And the TOs, kudos to our good friend Sean, who is behind the scenes, running things behind the desk, and as well as our friend Derek, both putting in a lot of work here as our resident TOs. But they made the call that Seer will be banned for this tournament, and I think rightfully so.
Yes, he has been causing a lot of havoc in Battle Royale and especially arenas where I'm mostly playing. And let me tell you, man, that ultimate, not okay.
I mean, yeah, the ultimate is the same cooldown as an Octane pad, which is just absolutely absurd. I mean,
Yes.
you're just gonna be you could possibly even get two ults off in the same fight, and being able to just have that much information is just a little bit unbalanced. But yeah, so I think that's gonna be fairly expected. But I think as a result of Seer being banned, we are gonna see a lot of Bloodhounds because information is still key, and I think
Mm-hmm.
Bloodhound is kind of just that next legend in that tier order that is going to be, the one to step up and provide that information given that Seer is banned.
Yeah, considering the recon class as a whole, I think Bloodhound's the only real viable choice besides Pathfinder. Especially since, Echo is, I mean, there's not really much in terms of recon. Also, the circle scanning ability is actually really great, especially for tournaments like this where you want to get an edge on positioning and stuff. It's pretty amazing.
All right, so teams are making their way out to the map here. Going to be diving in and
Mm-hmm.
spreading out. But there is one thing that is kind of notable here compared to other competitive tournaments, and that there really was no form of dibs system. So we are going to see some pretty early fights go down, actually, given that there are probably going to be teams that will overlap in the same location.
Yeah, it does look like there are some hot shots here. Looks like there's a good cluster of players around Fragment and the center. It doesn't seem like we'll be having a pretty boring game, actually. It looks like everyone's pretty close to each other.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a good mix right now. Like some people are gonna be pretty close to each other, but some people are also still pretty spread out. So I think we will get some early fights actually. But this is the way that some teams are spread out is gonna push possibly that fifth, sixth ring.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of fights, it looks like the gun meta hasn't changed much from Season 9. It looks like everyone's still rocking the same loadouts. Obviously, including the Prowler now, though, because that thing is a beast still, even if it's not in the
Mm.
care package.
Yeah, I mean the Prowler being ground loot is a pretty big game changer here heading into season 10. I mean, there was a bit of a nerf to it, although I'm not sure if you could call 0.04 seconds between bullets an absolute nerf. So it is going to be a pretty popular choice here.
Yeah, although it does lose its select fire, which I think is kind of a nerf for a lot of people that used to use it in full auto mode. But that being said, it's still a demon, especially in close quarters. That 5-round burst is nothing to be taken lightly, I can tell you that much. Talking from experience here, man. Oh, looks like we already got some fighting going on here. Oh, with the rampage, actually. That's an interesting choice for a drop. I don't know how your feelings are on that gun, David, but I haven't had much success with it, honestly. Maybe it's just my aim.
I mean, I'm with you on that as well. The Rampage has not been provided me with a lot of success either, but maybe in the right hands it can do something. But oh, Oscar
Oh
Lee
my
gonna be taking
god.
some massive damage there, and gonna have to take some cover to hopefully put up some shield cells and try to get
Yeah.
some health back.
Oh, we got a knock already. The Eva 8. That gun suffered quite a big nerf actually recently with the shotgun wood, but it's still amazing. It is a
Oh,
shotgun. Oh.
and too bad that Octane there actually padded in, but flew right into two members of the opposing team, and now it's the Valkyrie gonna be trying to come in and help
Yeah.
the Octane, but they go down themselves, and Bloodhound gonna be the last one down, and Chu is going to be eliminated, falling into 18th place.
Well, that was pretty quick actually, considering that we haven't had that many fights in the beginning. But that's one team down. I think 18 still up.
Actually, we're up to 17 teams, so there was one more team that was
17.
eliminated in
during
between
that, yeah.
there. All right, so this Octane gonna be trying to make a move, and it looks like they do have some sights on another team, perhaps, and it possibly gonna be clashing here.
Yeah, we see the Loba already going in with her tactical ability, but I think she pulled back a little bit because she's not in there yet. Although they have found the other team to be in the building.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, it
and
looks like they're taking the upwards approach instead of just going straight in. I like that.
Oh, but it's gonna be a pretty it's gonna be a 2v1 in this door here, and oh my goodness, it looks like that Octane is gonna go down, and the Wraith also struggling here to stay up, and Loba with very little health left. That is gonna be the Loba going down, so now it is going to be left with this Wraith, I believe, who might have just gone down there, so that is going to be another team eliminated here, and we are now down to 16 squads and 47 players.
Yeah, it looks like that approach didn't really work for them. They got singled out pretty quickly there. I feel like that defending team didn't leave the staircase that entire fight, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. But now we're going to be taking a look here at Mine's perspective. So it looks like they do have their sights on another team. Going to be throwing a bubble down to try to help that Octane. Great teammate support right there. But they do have two hostiles on their radar now. So a lot of, small fights here. We really haven't seen any, power moves by any third teams coming in and trying to clean up the mess, left by two teams.
Yeah, especially considering it's Apex. They're absolutely surprised by that. Usually it's like a third-party mess every now and then.
Absolutely. And this Valkyrie gonna be trying to get the hell out of that building right in time, it seems. So trying to work their way to their teammate. I feel like this Valkyrie has been down for a while, and it seems like they are running out of time. So let's see if this Octane is gonna be able to revive their teammate before time runs out. But Octane gonna be taking a lot of fire as they try to make this happen. I'm not sure if they're gonna be getting to their teammate in time. And they are in a lot of trouble. Octane running for their life, but no good. That is yet another team down.
Yeah, Mine really putting in the work there. Not gonna lie though, I think that just shows the power of the recon characters. Once he got scanned, it was pretty much over. I think we both knew that. Speaking of being scanned, looks like we're engaging here with another Bloodhound tactical. Damn. Every time we see a Bloodhound scan this game, I'm not gonna lie, David, I'm just gonna be thinking about a seer.
I mean, if that was a seer, there would be so much more information just to process on screen. But the Trog's gonna be in a bit of a power position here. They are gonna be taking out one member from the other team, and Octane gonna get the armor swap. That's gonna put them at a huge advantage here in this fight. It's going to be a 3v2 situation. The Bloodhound activating their ult, trying to work around this Jibby bubble. And it looks like they are going to be able to get that Jibby, and the Trogs are going to be able to win this fight pretty handily there. The Bloodhound was about 1 HP, but, all three members staying up. Very, very good battle for them.
I guess it's the closest we've come to a third party. That battle was pretty close to the one we just saw. Oh, speaking of third parties, looks like we do have another team engaging them. They're pretty far, though.
Yeah, and this is going to be Cerno that is going to be trying to third this one. So you know that they were definitely on the wings watching this one and waiting just to time this right. And as that ring is closing, it looks like they might actually be trying to get this team at a bit of a choke point almost. But actually, I take that back. The Trogs, I believe, are actually just barely going to be in that first ring.
Yeah. Although they don't have really many chances of leaving, considering there's only 2 exits from the city, I believe. Just depends on where the zone goes.
And they're actually Cerno is going to be utilizing this Loba market left behind by another team to loot up and gear up for themselves. I mean, great use there, great find. So now they're going to be pretty ready for any team that starts to push in on Fragment.
Yeah. They also have all their ultimates left, which is pretty great, especially for any team fight, obviously.
Mm-hmm. The Baldies seem to be engaging in a fight of their own at this point. Oh, but wait, this is a Seer player actually, which Tios will have to take care of.
Yeah. Oh my god.
After this, I was like, wait, that's a funny
that's
looking
not
ultimate.
Bloodhound, man. That's Seer.
But it looks like they are definitely in a bad position here, so it might not even matter for them that they are using Seer, as the caustic gas is doing a lot of damage as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, that team right there was just not looking like they were in a good position.
I mean, they did get the res off with the Guardian Angel, so it might not be over for them yet, but I mean, they are using a character that we banned, so I can't really say too much.
Yeah,
Their future.
They're at the mercy of the TOs more than the other teams at this point.
The other team. For sure. Looks like some good old zone camping here going on.
Mm-hmm.
Always a little bit of that.
So gonna be kind of interesting to see what those teams do, because it does seem like that this team is kind of working the edge of that ring, trying to make something happen. But I guess for now that team is actually gonna end up surviving with the Seer.
Yeah, the next zone looks pretty interesting too. We got two teams stuck out on the northeast of the map, I believe. Wonder how they're gonna get in. Oh, three actually, I believe.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams on that north side, just outside of this next ring. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they work their way in. But there are a couple teams that are pretty far southwest of the ring, and they're gonna have to start making their way pretty soon, as this second round is coming to a close. And the ring gonna start closing in about 20 seconds here. But Ape gonna be finding themselves in a fight of their own at this point.
Yep. Definitely making good utilization of the nades here, and it set up a choke point for the other team. Although, it doesn't seem like they're engaging just yet. Oh, that's probably what they were running for, as the Bloodhound's doing.
Yes. Probably a good call there. Jibby Bubble gonna be going out as well. And these teams playing very, very cautious. The Jibby actually on Bro still has white armor, which is gonna be absolutely huge in this fight. Not gonna be able to, play as aggressive as they would like, but I think they did get an armor swap there to the blue, and it is gonna be the Octane Bros going down, followed by the Jibby. It is now gonna be a 2v1, and Octane going down. That's going to be it for Bros. Ape going to be surviving with Octane alive and well, reviving their two teammates. And Ape is going to be pushing strong.
Yes, sir. Looks like they have that corner of the map pretty much to themselves, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it did seem like that. So it looks like they will be kind of chilling here for a little bit. And now we're going to be looking back at Cerno. Omegalol 312 has eyes on one team, kind of just hiding in that building there, trying to get a little bit of chip damage if possible. But I don't think they realize just how many teams are within their vicinity right now. And it looks like they are actually camping this loot drop. See if there's going to be anything good in there for them.
Mm-hmm. Season 10 did have some rotations in the care package, actually putting the alternator in. Oh, and the Spitfire, speaking of. Looks like we are gonna pick that up.
Yeah, so Spitfire, one of those new, I guess, new to the loot drops there. Previously a just simple ground loot. But Spitfire now going to be getting a little bit of a buff, I believe it did, which prompted it to switch into those loot drops.
Yeah, I believe when they put new weapons into the care packages, they just increase the base damage and give them all like the best quality attachments they can have. Although with the alternator, they put back the instructor rounds. I don't know if you remember what those are, David. But a while ago, that used to be a hop up for the SMGs that would increase the damage that they would do on shields by 15%. And let me tell you, man, that was not a good time to be a close quarters player.
Yeah, no, definitely sounds like it. But now we are going to be getting to the Land Wolves, engaging in a fight here. kind of, taking a lot of damage, but they are going to actually start to get pushed on here just a little bit, but very cautiously from this other team. But it looks like the Land Wolves not going to be quite ready for this fight as they get pushed on. But I think they're actually retreating, probably a good call there, as this Revenant going to be a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, it looks like they're all pretty low on their shields anyway. It doesn't seem like a good point. Although the other Octane did have a red armor already, which is pretty scary for them, not gonna lie. Oh, it looks like their Valkyrie is out of here. Pretty good choice, probably. Seems like they can get a good position now. Although they will be... Let's see where they land. They will be landing on 2 teams here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they are aware. I believe that is Cerno that they are flying right past, and Cerno gonna have to just kind of look on. They might chase them down here, but if they do chase them down, it looks like that they might actually clash with another team. So Land Wolves, positioning themselves pretty well here, kind of possibly getting 2 other teams to fight each other behind them and being able to run away successfully.
Yeah, for a small zone like this, 11 squads left is definitely a lot, especially with 30 people. It looks like there's going to be a lot of fighting here.
Yes, most definitely. Looks like Jibby Bubble is going to be coming out as they engage in some pretty close quarters combat. This is going to be a pretty, high contested fight here, as we do see it. Fiends going 2 members down, just the Octane remains, but the Octane, I think, gonna get ulted there and gonna be taking a lot of damage. They are 1 HP left, and trying to take out the Seer is no good for them as they are eliminated.
I guess it just goes to show how good Seer is nowadays.
Yes, and this will be hopefully the only game in which we do see Seers.
Today, yes.
Alright, at this point, we do see this Valkyrie trying to... It looks like they are trying to play a bit of a third party here to this fight. Trying to get a couple of shots in here, trying to, get some chip damage before making a push. They don't really know how many people are up on that team, but it seems like that Goofy might just be by themselves. But, gonna play it cautious instead, since they don't really know what's in front of them.
Yeah, trying to get a knock here, see if they can engage, but honestly, Goofy's probably gonna play it really safe, considering they only have 1 person up. That's definitely a pretty campy strategy there, but, I mean, if it gets them to the end, that's what they gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, and when you do only have 1 member left, you have to start considering playing for points in placement. You're not necessarily going for the win, but just getting as many points as, possible before inevitably going down yourself.
Yeah.
TTS seem to find themselves in a pretty solid position here, have an entire building to themselves, monitoring all entryways. Cerno now going to be making a push on another team, but it looks like they might be getting shot from 2 different fronts here. Swayze going to be trying to use the R301 to get some damage, and they are going to be able to do just a little bit of damage, but unfortunately that smoke is going to make it a lot more difficult to get anything done in this fight.
Yeah, it looks like they're in a pretty bad position here. They're trapped between 2 teams and they don't have the high ground, so it's not looking too hot for them.
The Bloodhound going to pop that that Q there to see that there are 3 hostiles, so it is really going to be only just the 1 team within their range. But like you said, it seemed like they might have been sandwiched from behind as well. So they are gonna have to just take that one a little bit cautiously, possibly reposition here. And the Trogs are gonna looking to play third party. They are playing from behind this other team, completely unaware that they are there, and they are making their move.
Oh
Here
my
we go, the Trogs doing loads of damage right now. And
look
this
at the damage they're taking, it's nothing.
Oh my goodness. And this is the other team that was eyeing Cerno as well. So Cerno gonna be very relieved by that one, possibly. Not even sure if they realize what has happened. and Cerno gonna be living for now, and there they go. Cerno now gonna be fighting back, trying to third this one, but with the Trogs taking no damage from that previous fight, are gonna be I think in a really good position here to try to make it through this. The Jimmy Bubble gonna be coming out for Cerno as they all members from both teams trying to gear back up, bring those shields up, bring those health meters back up. You know, both teams going for a full-on reset at this time.
Yeah. Trogs looks like they have the advantage though, considering they got the red shield from that previous engagement, which is honestly super one-sided. So it looks like Cerno's kind of a pickle here, to be honest.
Yeah, no, they definitely are. It is definitely not going to be looking good for them, as I think it, with a little bit of chip damage there, that Jimmy also picked up a red armor as well. And Cerno, I think, trying to make a move to possibly retreat here. But it looks like they might have also been attacked from behind, so now Cerno going to be stuck in a really tricky situation here. The Trogs in perfect position, actually. Although the ring is going to be closing behind them, so they are going to have to make their move here in the next 20 to 30 seconds, and it's gonna be pretty interesting to see if any teams take advantage of the Trogs' position of, you know, being forced to move.
Yeah, it looks like they can go left here into the train tunnel, or they can just choose to go straight down. But either way, they're gonna encounter someone, so it looks like they're going straight down actually.
6 teams remain. Raider gonna be getting a nice knockdown there on Omega Lol. And ultimate
gonna give you up there to try and engage the fight.
Yep.
Oh, the bubble's going up too.
Great positioning here from the Trogs. They have made their way closer to this ring. They are not in the ring quite yet, and it looks like it is going to catch up to them here. But they are able to get a couple of nice picks there. Trog, I believe, might have gotten even another pick there on a Megalo 312 after they got revived.
Yeah.
Six squads stand, 15 players remaining. So we got probably about 3 full squads and 3 squads of 2. And this one is going to be pushing this final round as 6 teams remain with 45 seconds to go before that final ring closes.
Looks like TTS has a positioning here inside the building though, but considering how that zone's going, they might get pushed out of it soon. Either by the zone or by the other players, to be honest. So we get the Seer ult coming up here.
Oh, the Seer ult once again coming out. Gonna be playing huge wonders in this game and this game only. As the Land Wolves are now in a lot of trouble. They have 1 member up. TTS actually at full health here. They are going to be trying to play a little bit more of a rat-style game, trying to just preserve themselves for as long as possible for this last fight. And the Land Wolves going to be trying to make a very gutsy revive here, but it's going to be no good as the lifeline does go down. Land Wolves are eliminated, going to be settling for 5th place here. 4 teams remain. Swayze Fountain Water, the last member of Cerno, as their other 2 members have been eliminated. And this is good. This is also going to be another type of, you know, rat playstyle to just get your team in a good placement. Hopefully you might be able to sneak in when there's, you know, 3 teams left and this final ring closes to the very end.
I think with that type of 1 player up situation, you're only looking for the third party anyway. You can't really attempt to go into a team fight there. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Since we got 2 full teams still up here. Looks like Trogs are pretty much all armored out and everything. Seem like it's a best state fight-wise at least, but GTS has a positioning, so see how this goes.
Dog's going to be bringing out the Octane pad, getting ready for some action here because they are waiting for every other team to duke this one out. Swayze Fountain Water in the background there looks like they were in a lot of trouble, but a lot of these other teams still you know, having a lot of health here. Going to be able to, I guess, bring this one all the way down to the closing seconds at this point. 3 squads remain as Wolf Gaming does take out Swayze Fountain Water, so it's going to be 3 full teams that are going at it in this final ring. Ape gonna be seeing their Bloodhound go down. The Octane gonna be taking a lot of damage, and the Jibby gonna be taking a lot of damage. They are eliminated. We are down to the last 2 squads here. The Trogs, the Bloodhound at 1 HP here, gonna be trying to revive themselves as this ring closes with 40 seconds remaining in the round.
Yeah, and it definitely looks like Trogs is the advantage here, considering that TTS is just under them with no way to exit out the other side.
The Wraith ult gonna be coming in handy here as the Trogs use it to their advantage and win this first game.
These guys have just been monsters, man. This entire last half, they've just been taking team after team.
We have our Apex champion.
Yeah, I mean the Trogs positioned themselves so well in that game. You know, I was starting to get a little bit sus of the Trogs positioning going into that fifth game there. Sorry, that fifth round. You know, they're gonna get uh pushed there.
Okay, looks like that was it for game one. Trogs came out on top by a pretty big margin, wouldn't you say so, David? Looks like toward the end there, TTS had the positioning there, but it looks like the ring wasn't on their side, unfortunately.
Yeah, you know, I 100% agree with you. I mean, the Trogs played that very masterfully, and they are going to be getting some major points in this first game and setting themselves up for success heading into the next game.
Mm-hmm. And I do believe within our break we will have a message from our sponsors, Hero Beach and Rocket.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess let's go ahead and do that. So we are going to take a bit of a short break as these teams, you know, kind of analyze kind of and process what just happened in that first game and get ready to set, you know, start building those game plans for game number two, because I mean as of right now the Trogs, big target on their back. It's going to be interesting to see how these teams respond, but we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we are going to have a word from our sponsors, Turtle Beach Rocket. Take a look. No, that's perfectly fine.
No,
I mean,
that's fine, yeah.
like you said, like even in the test streams, like it seems like it's a bit
Yeah.
tricky to work with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, welcome back. Oh, okay. Welcome back to our Apex tournament. Speaking of Rocket, we are using their Sign Pro headphones, and let me tell you, man, they are amazing.
Yeah, I
Yep, they
mean,
have.
Rocket was, really kind enough to send both of us, some of these headsets. They are absolutely phenomenal. I've been enjoying it so far, leading up to this tournament today. As someone who wears glasses, I'm very particular about like, my headsets, and these definitely do their job well.
Yes, and as someone that's been using wired headsets, let me tell you, man, wireless is a game changer. It is so nice.
That is very much true as well. Like these are absolutely a game changer in that regard, as well. And these headsets, as you can see here, us wearing these are going to be the prizes for our second place team. So you know, real. I mean, that's not too bad of a prize for coming in
I mean,
second,
I
if
take
I
that,
could say
man.
so
Yeah.
myself.
Oh, of course.
But of course, first place, I believe, are going to be going home with some Turtle Beach Elite Pro 2s with custom Triton Gaming side plates. So that's going to be, super, super cool as well to get some custom headsets like that. And third place, going to be going home with some Cone Pro mice for their team. So that's also a really, really nice prize. So all three teams that, finish at the top of this tournament are going to be walking away with some pretty nice gear.
Yeah, looks like we're actually getting into game 2 now. We're just waiting for the pick phase to happen. Speaking of that, honestly, the crafting rotations aren't really that good this today. I'm not gonna lie. I think recently they had like the light magazine in there, which is honestly really amazing. But hopefully, David, we won't have a seer pick. That's all I'm worried about.
Yes, that is going to be one that we will be watching for from the Baldies. And taking a look here, a couple of changes happening actually across teams. Bloodhound's still
Hmm.
a very, very popular pick, as it seems like a couple teams like Dogpen going to be switching things up. Trading Globas and Panda going to be switched to Octane. But one thing I think is worth noting, Too Bad Sucks going to be running a fuse, and I believe that it's going to be the only fuse in the lobby.
This is your
He did
champion.
get buffed recently though, so we never know, man.
Yeah,
He may be really good still. I haven't really had a chance to try him out, but I've heard good things. Speaking
yeah.
of, there's been a lot of Octane picks this tournament. I've been pretty surprised by that, especially considering that he's not really seen as tournament viable because he's more of just like an ape character. But man, he's definitely been putting in some work. We've seen some good Octane
Roll out the
players.
red
I
carpet.
mean, a lot of these teams are running pretty similar comps, kind of centered around exactly what we're seeing from the Trogs here, the Jibby Bloodhound Octane combo.
Hmm.
I mean, Jibby gonna be providing just a lot of defense, probably the best defensive character in the game. Bloodhound, obviously, Seer being banned, Bloodhound gonna be, like we said, probably the only viable scout type character. And Octane gonna be very good just for how agile Octane is. Gonna be excellent for those pushes and trying to come in at the right time and coming in swiftly and getting the job done.
Hmm. Okay, speaking of the drops, looks like we've got some pretty big clumps going on here. We've got two teams, the Northeast. Oh, three teams. Lava City looks like it's pretty infested too. We got two teams there. Fragment East pretty empty. Only one team there too. It looks like we're gonna get right into the combat. This teams start picking up their weapons pretty much immediately.
Yeah, a lot of these teams are pretty well spread out, but like you said,
Hmm.
there are going to be some early fights happening here. Worst team NA going to be taking out that Loba, I believe that was an excellent
Yeah.
an excellent fight there for them.
Hmm.
But it looks like there's going to also be some looting going on at the exact same time. But worst team NA going to be going into this fight with a 3v2 advantage after getting that really quick pick on the Loba. Landwolf's going to be in a lot of trouble here as the Wraith goes down, and now the Landwolves are seeing themselves in a 1v3 situation. Worst team NA not going to be the worst team here today, as they are sitting in a pretty good position as this lifeline, kind of pondering what to do.
Hmm. There's not much she can do, to be honest. They finished both of their enemies already, so Resing is pretty much out of the option right now.
And it does seem like they are going to try to push this lifeline perhaps, but I'm not sure if they have any idea of where this person even is. and they don't have any sort of
Yeah, they don't have
real
a
scout type
scout.
characters, so they really are clueless as to what to even do here.
Yeah, very interesting team composition actually. They have 2 aggro characters along with a Loba, so it definitely looks like they're on the loot and shoot type of playstyle here.
Yeah, most definitely. And it does look like the Lifeline might have been able to get a res off there, but unfortunately not going to be around for much longer. And oh, but we are going to be switching fights here. Going to Instant Ascent, who is going to be cleaning up their fight, bringing this down to 17 squads remaining. Instant Ascent going to be finding 3 more players coming in at directly at them, but they are not in, great condition here for this fight. Gonna be trying to back off, get some bats up, get some med kits off, and try to re-engage.
Looks like Sour's pretty set here. They got 2 purple shields and a blue, which is actually really good for this early in the game. So it looks like they're in pretty good position to fight. It looks like they will be fighting soon, considering how close they are. Oh, and they get scanned by Instant Ascent, so it looks like they're gonna be starting to get into it here.
Yeah, and this Bloodhound on Instant Ascent, looking for pretty much anything that will protect them better than this white armor at this time.
Yeah.
So not going to be in great condition for this fight, but I think Instant Ascent is going to actually opt to just bail out of that situation entirely. And it looks like that they might be trying to make their way just to stay on the outskirts of Fragment.
Yeah, it looks like a good choice here too, considering that it's pretty early and there's no real reason to be pushing unless you have the advantage, and they definitely do not with their armors right now.
Optics here. Mid-range.
Well, that Bloodhound did end up swapping to a blue armor there, so a slightly better position for them. But nonetheless, I think just kind of, playing it a little bit safe for now is definitely going to be the way to go for them.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a look at TTS now, and during the break, we did find out that TTS does stand for to their spawn. We were both thinking it was text to speech, but I guess it is something different unless they made this up right now.
Yep. Looks like they're just booting around right now, trying to get set before they see anyone. They are actually not that far from anyone.
And there's actually 4 teams really close to each other. But the question is, are they aware of each other at this time? They seem to have a feeling that something's going on, and that Bloodhound is going to be very revealing for both teams. The Jimmy bubble going to be going down, but Jimmy going to be taking a lot of damage from that caustic gas.
Mm-hmm.
The Wraith going to be trying to get out of there as quickly as possible, but they might be finding themselves in another bad situation there. They are going to actually use their ultimate there. They did get some portals down, but for now it seems like they are going to be completely clear of this fight.
Yeah, Snare on a pretty bad spot here with the white armor. Looks like he's kind of weak and he just popped his ultimate and it's running out. So like their chances of winning a fight are going down substantially the longer they wait around.
Well, they do get the blue armor switch there. But there are still a number of teams in the area, but it seems like they might have actually spread out. And for the most part, they're going to end up, everyone's going to kind of avoid each other and, just a few cuts and bruises here.
Wow, actually everyone did just end up splitting up. That's pretty interesting. I really thought we were going to get a pretty big firefight there.
Yeah, but
I guess not.
Yeah, not today. So maybe in well, I guess given some of these team movements, it does seem like there are going to be a couple of fights going to happen in that southwest corner there, as a lot of teams starting to rotate in that direction.
Yeah, we got 3 or 4 teams there in the corner there.
So yeah, it looks like there's actually going to be a pretty. It looks like the thermal station is going to be the site of a pretty big fight, but Fragment East also going to be a fight coming up here.
Honestly, David, is there ever a time where you're in Fragment East and there's not a fight? I feel like that spot is just Skull Town all over again.
It really is, and if you are in Fragment East and you don't engage in any sort of gunfight, I would be very, very weary because there's something that you are not aware of.
Yeah.
Dogpen gonna be utilizing that Bloodhound scan, get their eyes on this other team. I believe this other team might be Sour. It looks like it is gonna be indeed Sour. But Sour gonna be just trying to, position themselves inside this building for now. Playing it a little bit safe, not quite ready to engage in this fight.
Yeah, but that building is out of zone though, so it looks like they are gonna have to go back in eventually.
That is true. But Dogpen actually going to end up bailing out of this one as their Bloodhound does go down. And Sour now going to be pushing the edge of this ring, going to be barely getting in. I think they are going to take a little bit of damage, but it is first ring, so, you know, it's perfectly fine. Take a little bit of damage, you can quickly syringe yourself back up.
Yeah. Oh, but their
but-
Bloodhound does go down in the zone, but thankfully they have the res.
Yeah, so very fortunate there. So they are gonna actually try to, you know, be contested to even try to get in the ring. So Dogpen positioning themselves very well there. So they were gonna fight it out in Fragment East, but that ring closing in, Dogpen made the first move, positioned themselves just a little bit better than Sour. Got there just mere moments before, and now this is, I believe, gonna be a 2v3 situation as Dogpen does have the position, but not the numbers.
Yeah, they really lost that advantage with the Bloodhound getting revived here, so it looks like they're just gonna have to heal back up and try and see if they can fight it out. Interesting choice with the bow here. Honestly, I think it's the first one we've seen so far.
Yeah, at least first one we've seen on stream. But the bow is not going to be
not
for this
working,
close
man.
quarters fight. Loba going down very quickly, getting absolutely erased by this Jimmy. And now Dogpen finds themselves in a 1v3 situation. The
Yeah.
Octane going to be in a pretty bad situation here. Now
Oh.
down to 1 HP. Can the Octane do anything here? They're going to just try to fight this one out despite being one hit away. They are going to actually get one elimination. Did they actually win that
They
fight?
won! They won the fight!
Oh my goodness! The Octane with the 1 HP ends up winning that fight!
Wow!
Wow!
What a clutch, man. And they get a beacon too.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it is going to be only one banner I think that they got their hands on there. I don't know if they were able to get that Bloodhound at all, so Dogpen going to be running the rest of this round with only 2 players if they can get the Loba's banner to a respawn beacon.
That being said, that was probably the best outcome they could have wished for, to be honest, in that fight. I'm surprised that Octane made it out with one. I'm not gonna lie.
I am just as shocked as you are. That was as bad of a situation as I think you could you know draw up. But this Octane handling it absolutely just phenomenally. But now gonna get a little bit of a reset hopefully for their team.
Let's check out this way.
Right, taking a look at the Bros now. The Bros, you know, finding themselves in a pretty good position here. They are in the ring, pretty centrally located at that, and kind of just waiting for teams to come to them because just a lot of lob around. You know, this is one of those spots where it's kind of limited in how you can make your pushes. So the Bros gonna be playing the very long game here with this position.
Speaking of Bros, they were the winners of our last Apex tournament, so I'm definitely going to keep an eye out on them. You never know what might happen, though, the zone and everything, but they are a force to contend with. Speaking of, the L-Star coming in here, recently buffed, looks like it's doing some pretty good damage with TTS there.
Yeah, I mean, the All-Star, previously a pretty iffy weapon, but now, very, very reliable, as you can now, have a stabilizer on that gun, and a stabilizer with the L-Star combination just makes it so easy to just absolutely demolish somebody and just obliterate their armor and start doing very quick damage just directly to their health.
Looks like Chu Bad Sucks here getting into another team fight on the bridge. Oh, but I think they're choosing to back up considering that one of their teammates wasn't there.
Yeah. So kind of a good call there to back off, play this one a little bit safer. Ooh, Pudgy gonna be getting some nice damage here with the Wingman. Some nice long distance picks, but they are gonna get surprised by another team. Ultimate's coming out, and much to their surprise, they had no idea that was even coming, and it looks like that team is in a really bad situation at this point.
Yeah, their fuse goes down. Oh, and they're completely wiped. Well,
Wow.
I'm actually saddened by that, David. I wanted to see more out of the fuse, considering how unique of a pick that was. And he's been recently buffed, so I thought they could do some damage.
Yeah, most definitely would have been interesting to see. But now come take a look at Loaded Diaper there. But this looks like they're definitely not going to be in a great situation. And yeah, some interesting team names coming into this tournament.
Yeah, that definitely was a Loaded Diaper. They just got pooped on, man. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, most definitely not, you know, an interesting team name, and that kind of describes the situation that they found themselves in
Yeah,
there.
pretty accurately.
All right, and now we take a look at Team Rocket, Jesse, James, and Meowth. Just a, you know, dynamic trio. Didn't get to see much of them from that first game, as I believe they were eliminated pretty quickly. But now they find themselves in the top 10 of game number 2, as we have start to approach the ring closing in on round 3 in this next minute.
Yeah. Oh, look at the bottom corner. It looks like there are 3 different teams there. It'll be interesting to see how that one works out. With
Yeah.
1 choke point, it might be a little hard. Oh, it looks like we've got a Caustic here, too.
Yes, I believe there was 1 or 2 Caustics picked for this game, but you know, it looks like it is coming in a little bit of handy there. Was able to get a little bit of damage on that Jibby, and this Jibby now going to be trying to make a move. Climbing this rock here, trying to get the upper ground, and much to their surprise, it definitely works there. This Jibby now going to be trying to just finish the job here, gets it done. Now, eight finding themselves in a 3v2 advantage.
Yeah, no mercy there, man. You go straight for the finish. Can't risk the pickup, fortunately. Looks like the Octane just has to heal back up and see if they can re-engage again. Take the 2v3 if possible.
And it looks like the bros who were establishing the long game position there do find themselves in a fight inside of Thermal Station. So there's definitely, you know, definitely probably a little bit of a long range fight happening there. But in that northeast corner, it looks like IAE.
Instant Ascent.
Instant Ascent. There we go. Thank you. Does win themselves a fight there as well, but they are going to be pushing this ring, and that is a 3rd ring closing in on them, so that is going to hurt quite a bit. And
Wait a minute.
Ascent, that is bad news for them. Very, very just careless play there by the Bloodhound to stay in the ring for far too long. The 3rd ring hurts quite a bit, and that is not going to be recoverable for Instant Ascent. That is a long gone banner.
To their spawn, man. Being the good guys, wiping out Team Rocket off the map. Looks like they didn't really make it that far this round either, but they did get more points than the last one, though, so I can't say too much. Another bow here from Sadboy from
Ooh!
Oh, it looks like he's doing damage.
That was 96 damage on that bow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, huge plays here by Boop Squad, just trying to get little bits of chip damage here. You know, you're not going to necessarily win the fight in this position right now, but what you can do is deplete their resources. You are forcing them. Oh, we actually get the
they
knock.
got a knock, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
that is absolutely huge. And they're going to actually try to finish the job from this far away. That is an absolutely huge play. A huge, huge waste of resources. And that's actually going to be elimination right there. Boop Squad, like, you know, has the high ground here. They were in the position to win this game. The bros were previously holding that position, but I think the Boop Squad just completely pushed them out, and I think that might have been the bros that a member of the bros that they had just eliminated possibly. I apologize, I actually take that back. That was not going to be the bros. The bros are going to be on the other side of Thermal Station from them, but Boop Squad still holds a superior position, getting an absolutely crucial pick there.
Yeah, it looks like Instant Ascent is about to run into TTS here. Let's see how that goes on.
Heads up. Check out this way.
Let's go this way.
All right, well,
Brothers, let's move this way.
teams are going to seem starting to play this one a little bit slower, actually. A lot of long range gunfights going down here.
Oh,
But-
man, they really have the weapons to be up there, man. They have the scout and the bow. They're really doing big damage from up there.
They are. I mean, Boop Squad at this point, I think, should be considered the favorites going into this 5th round with 30 seconds left on this ring closing in on round 4. Oh, but a huge fight on the southwest side of the map. and we are going to see another elimination. We are going to be down to 6 teams here. TTS going to be seeing themselves in a pretty bad situation here as the Bloodhound and Wraith both go down in that 4th ring, so they're going to be eliminated very quickly here. That is it for TTS. They're going to be settling for 5th place. Dro's now trying to keep hold of their position here. No one is really going to be contesting them on the far west side of this ring. They're going to actually, I think, try to hold out this position for the very last round, because the ring, they are still in this in the ring for the very
and they're
last round.
scanning it too, so they know exactly where they have to be. Looks like Boop Squad might actually not have it here, considering that they do have to move down into the bros. Speaking of, Instant Ascent is still up and still running somehow with their 2 people. I really thought they were going to get knocked out getting into the zone there, but they're still up.
Oh, but Worst Team NA, I think, Worst Team NA, I think, was the one that ended up taking a loss to Boop Squad there, and they did get the respawn beacon down, so they are actually back up to all 3 members.
And with the Loba market there, it doesn't really matter because they'll have the loot to fight for the final stages here.
Yeah, although they are going to be need to be a little bit quick here. 30 seconds left before this ring closes one more time before the final round.
Honestly, right now it's just a waiting game to see who is going to see each other first. Looks like Instant Ascent is just running into the bros here.
Oh yeah, and I think they have an idea that they might be there, but they are proceeding with caution, not exactly sure what to make of the situation that they are in due to the lack of scouts.
Yeah, they lost their Bloodhound, I believe, really early. So, to the zone actually.
Yes,
so
it was to the ring in round 4.
Yeah.
So they are in a little bit of trouble, and it looks like they are gonna get surprised. Instant Ascent, the Jimmy Bubble gonna be getting popped here, but it is gonna.
They're doing some damage. 2 knocks with the Arc Star.
Oh my!
They actually won the fight.
Instant Ascent won that. Dude, Instant Ascent won that 2v3 versus the bros! The bros had the position for this game, but it does no good if you cannot win your fights. They had Instant Ascent surprised as well, but you gotta land your shots, and they were not able to do that. Worst Team NA now gonna be engaging in a fight for themselves. They are gonna be seeing their Octane go down. And without any more respawn beacons in the area, unless they have a mobile one, which I don't think they do, they're going to have to be fighting this last round here with 2 members.
Yeah, it looks like actually the game's changed pretty much. Instant Ascent in the... kind of looking at the favorites here, considering that they have 2 people up with the really good shields. Worst Team NA still struggling because they have the white shields on their Loba, considering that she just got rezzed. Damn.
Yeah, and all 3 teams on the far corners of this ring. So they have an idea of where each other might be, but they are just playing it safe, waiting for each other to make the next move. But with this ring gonna start closing in the next 15 seconds here, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see who's gonna make the moves, who's gonna position themselves where, who's gonna rotate into the other team. But the Bloodhound is gonna be absolutely crucial right now for Boop Squad, as they have eyes on all 4 players that are left.
However, they are in the worst position here because the zone is going to move from their side the fastest, and so looks like they're going to have to get off that real quick. But they do have the Octane jump pad ready to just engage when they see a good opportunity. It's just who are they going to jump first, I think, is the question here, David.
Yeah, it really is. And you just don't want to be that team, but there it goes.
Instant
Squad. Instant Ascent is going to be I guess the victims here, possibly, you know, as Boop Squad makes their move, but they position themselves right on top of this building actually, which, you know, isn't really going to do a whole lot for them. The Wraith portal though, going to be helping out Instant Ascent get out of that sticky situation.
Oh, they're both there. They both portal to the same spot.
Yeah, the 2 duos now going to be engaging each other. They really have nowhere to hide. Boop Squad going to be able to just ride this one out, actually. They have the numbers, plus they're going to be the 3rd party here. And I think this is, everybody's coming in on this now. This is going to come down to the last seconds here. Instant Ascent, the Jimmy going to be down. Wraith going to be running for their life here. Now we're down to 2 squads. It is going to be the Wraith. It's going to be a 1v2 here. Wraith's going to just take a couple more shots. It is down to a 1v1. Wraith gonna pop a shield battery here, and they actually win it!
That was crazy.
Oh,
Instant ascent
no
with the
way!
the duo victory, man, holding it strong till the very end. Great use of shields and gimme bubbles there at the end. Crazy.
My
Champions.
goodness. Instant Ascent was in sticky situation after sticky situation. They were just I was honestly waiting for them to just fall just
Die, yeah.
yeah, like it seemed like they were nowhere in this game. And I mean, I mean, they corrected me. That's all I can say. They definitely exceeded expectations there. I mean, the Bloodhound going down to that ring pretty early and just almost haphazardly, like they had no reason to be in that last fight, let alone winning. And here we are, instant ascent, just a phenomenal final battle.
Hmm. That game really changed very much towards the end there. At first, we thought the Bros were gonna win, but then the Boop Squad had the positioning at first. But turns out Instant Ascent with the duo just massacring their competition.
All right. But I mean, yeah, honestly, Boop Squad and Bros just had the two best positions, I think, heading into that fifth, sixth round. And I mean, the Bros were there, I think, even from like round two, round three. So they were holding that position for such
Yeah,
a long time. And then they drop on Instant Ascent, and Instant Ascent just destroys the Bros. And wow, like that's what I think was really the turning tide for Instant Ascent, was just being able to come up clutch 2v3, obliterating another team. And that's a huge boost of confidence.
yeah. Worst Team MMA actually they placed second, but they stood in there for pretty long, especially considering how dire their situation was. Especially with only two people and not that much resources. Getting second was really good on them.
Yeah, I
Honestly, though,
mean,
I think that's more of the Boob Squad just getting eliminated first at the end there, more than
yeah,
anything.
yeah, because like and we saw the two duos there like fighting each other first, and I was like,
Hmm.
oh man, like
Yeah,
the
the
they're
Boob
gonna
Squad
get
has
thirded. Like
it.
whatever happens here, they're gonna get thirded because it's a 2v2, and then a team of three is gonna be coming in full health. But instant ascent. I mean, I applaud you for that game.
That
Phenomenal
was some
job.
really good gameplay. Great teamwork between those two players. They really knew how to work around each other.
So it is going to be pretty interesting though to see how this kind of impacts the leaderboard. Because heading into that, well, following that first game, just a quick little recap of the leaderboard, because I don't
Hmm.
believe we've talked about this a whole lot yet. But we are utilizing a match point system here today. So very very similar to what you might see in ALGS, where where the top I believe it's top 15 teams get some sort of point for their placement, but you also do get 1 point per kill. So most notably, first place landing 12 points, second 9, third place is going to get 7 points, fourth place gets 5 points, fifth place gets 4 points, and then it kind of staggers down from there, 3 2 1, and then 16th to 20th gonna unfortunately not get any points for each of these games. But also that 1 point per kill, gonna be doing wonders here. And we are playing to 30 points. So you do need to hit 30 points, and in the next game, you win when you are match point eligible. That will declare you the winner of the tournament. Second and third place will be based on points from there.
Yeah, and it looks like actually we've had a bit of a flip side in terms of placement because in the first match, Boop Squad and Worst Team both placed 16th and 17th, but they're second and third here. Instant Ascent
Wow.
placing I think eighth in the last match, but they're first in this one. We also had some of our leaders drop down a bit. We had Trogs facing 17th this time around instead of first, but they're still
Oh
at a
wow.
good solid 25 points in the lead. So
Whew.
looks like that kills is really working out for them. They're definitely demons on the battlefield.
Yeah, I mean, Trog's getting 25 points in the first game. I mean, you're already 5 points away from being match point eligible. But like we said,
Yeah.
that second game not going so well for them. So I don't think they are going to be match point eligible after the second game. But we will
Hmm.
get clarification for that when our leaderboard does get updated.
Yeah.
But the Trogs find themselves in pretty good position. TTS after that first game was sitting at 19 points, and I think they managed to put up some pretty decent points here. Other notable placements, Ape in that first round getting 15 points, did a pretty decent job here. And then Cerno getting 11 points as well. But I believe Cerno, we didn't even get an opportunity to talk about them in this game, so they definitely went out pretty early. So I really feel like this was the second game was just a complete flip from the first. And I think we're going to see a much, much more evened out leaderboard just after 2 games.
Yeah, Instant Ascent scoring, I think, a total of 27 points this game, because that's, what, 15 kills plus 12 points for first place. That's a lot, actually, David, considering.
Yeah, it really is. So, we'll kind of have to see how this leaderboard shakes out, as our wonderful TOs work very very hard
Very
to
hard, yeah.
get that done. But for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and transition to a little bit of a break. We'll take about 5 minutes here, and we will be back with more Apex Legends action. You do not want to miss this. Stay tuned.
Okay, welcome back to our Apex tournament. How you feeling about these results, David?
Honestly, it's been pretty exciting so far. I mean, like we said, we were going comparing these last two games, and it really kind of just seemed an entire flip of the script. A lot of teams that finished in the top five in game one found themselves at the bottom of game two, and vice versa. I mean, Instant Ascent with an absolute clutch victory in that second game. But from what I could hear is that we already have a team at match point. Is that right, Talk?
Yeah, we do. TTS, which is to their spawn, is actually at match point eligibility with 33 points. Which is really surprising, David, because you would think that even though they haven't scored the top, I think they were like fifth or sixth the first two rounds, and then like they didn't place in the top three either of the games, but their kills just added up and like made them match point
Actually,
eligible.
TTS was second place in game one.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, actually they were. The second game
Yes.
they weren't, but
They
for game
yeah
one they did
they
place.
finished
Okay.
second with 10 kills. That gave them 19 points in that first
Yeah,
round. And
these kills are
game
really making differences, man.
game two, fifth place, 10 kills. That's 15 points. Or no, my apologies. I believe that is 14 points. So that does put them at the 33 points that we mentioned. So TTS match point eligible. So this could be our last game if TTS were to win this. But of course, they have 18 other teams that do not want that to happen. So TTS, massive targets heading into game number 3.
Yeah, and the last game it showed us anything, man. We really don't know what the actual outcome is until it actually happens.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, teams had solid positioning, and Instant Ascent, who looked like they were nowhere, comes in and sweeps game number 2, just right under the feet of everybody. But Instant Ascent, actually, 29 points. So, fortunately,
So
but
close,
unfortunately
yeah.
for them, they still have to get one kill this game. That's pretty much all they're asking for is one kill, make sure TTS doesn't win. And
Yeah.
Instant Ascent will be putting themselves in a really good position here. And additionally, the Trogs, 0 points in game number 2. So they were sitting at 25 points after the first game, but getting absolutely destroyed there in the second game, leaving them with 0 points. They're still sitting at 25 points, which is good enough for third place at this time.
Yeah.
But the Trogs, definitely looking for a bit of redemption game here.
Yeah. That being said, TTS might be looking to play a little more conservative this game. Seems that they don't need any of the kill benefits. But obviously, as you said before, all these other teams are definitely going to be gutting to kill them first. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah. So we'll kind of have to see where these teams kind of position themselves. TTS probably going to be trying to get as far away from everybody as physically possible, because they definitely want to play a much more conservative game here.
Try not to blink.
That being said, we do have 4 teams, Ape, Cernu, Worst Team NA, and Boop Squad, that could be looking to get match point eligible if they win and get a good kill count. So I think that's what most of the teams are looking for, is just the eligibility right now. And obviously making sure that TTS doesn't win.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a little bit of a balance here in this in this third game. Just trying to make sure that you don't let TTS win this if you still want a shot. But at the same time, do you want to put yourself on the line to make sure that doesn't happen? Why not let another team do it? But
Someone's got to bite the bullet, though, eventually.
exactly. Somebody's gonna have to bite that bullet, so TTS gonna have to hope that other teams are just gonna play a little bit more scared. And taking a look at this map here, TTS is going to be kind of moving in the direction of Lava City. There's going to be 3 teams kind of moving in that direction. So why don't we kind of take a look as to what's going on down there?
Yeah, a lot of activity on the northeast side of the map, man, with the fragments being very well contested, as we were talking about last game.
Yeah, so there are going to be that northwest side countdown though.
Man.
Let's take a look at what's happening here. L9 already going to be finding themselves in a pretty difficult situation here, taking lots of damage. The Octane going to be trying to dodge bullets, running left and right, just snaking their way across, trying to get back to their team here. But it is going to be Cernode that is looking for blood.
Couldn't get the knock though, unfortunately, so it looks like they will be able to disengage for now.
Yeah, Cernodo gonna be opening that center area. A lot of good items gonna be down there. Hopefully, I should say, because it looks like it is just gonna be mostly blue armor and maybe some ammo there. So not what you would hope for from that center area in Countdown.
Yeah. They did get the golden armor though, which isn't too bad, but honestly, it does look like they still have a pretty big advantage compared to the other teams at Atlantic Countdown.
Yeah, because I believe there are 3 teams here in Countdown. So that's gonna provide some, pretty big action here. And it looks like there are a couple teams hanging out in Skyhook that might be rotating down there as well. So that
Yeah.
northwest side gonna be full of, it's just gonna be a straight, just bloody mess.
Good old-fashioned animal murdering going on here, taking out the prowlers.
Wait, wait, are we playing Monster Hunter now? Baldy's taking a little bit of damage from those
Yeah.
monsters actually, so we'll kind of have to see if that kind of plays a role there. But they do get some pretty solid loot, it looks like.
Yeah, Fiend's trying to look at them. Look, Gibraltar's pretty out of position here. I thought he was with his team, but he's looks like they are with their team. Just stalking, man, making sure that get the.
Yeah, but they are 100% aware of this other team going to be here. So they do get a nice pick there. So now it is going to be the Fiends that are in prime position.
Yeah.
Jibby going to be making their move. The Arcs are going to be coming in. It does look like the Rev Q is going to be affecting this Jibby. The Bloodhound is going to go down. Jibby going to be 2 shots away from going down themselves, but they do get the pick, and that is going to be a nice victory there for the Fiends. And Bloodhound can now be revived. So a solid fight there in Trials for the Fiends to clean up that mess. But it looks like there is another team rotating from Skyhook. It is going to be Ape. And Ape is going to be aping their way into Trials here to get in on this. I'm not sure if they're aware of this actually. Oh, the Bloodhound scan is going to draw awareness to it. But
they're leaving.
Yeah, they are leaving. So these 2 teams are actually going to miss each other entirely unless somebody kind of doubles back here.
Mm-hmm. L9 actually made it out of that first fight. Looks like they're in pretty good shape right now, at least in the middle of the map there. That being said, those Prowlers really got their revenge, man. That team that killed them got absolutely wiped.
I say we move this way.
So it looks like in Countdown, it is Surno that I think made pretty good work there. And it looks like they are going to try to get the job done to be the one team that does survive. That 3-team encounter here. The Mirage going to be going down. Completely eliminated there, and I think there might have been one more person in that team that somehow got away, but Surno, a great fight there in Countdown, going to be picking up some quality picks to add to their score.
Dude, but looking in pretty rough shape here. It seems like they can't get their last banner, so it's just going to be a one-man show from now on for them.
Let's explore.
TTS now going to be engaging in a fight here. This is going to be TTS's first fight.
Man.
Bloodhound stand coming out just to ensure that the numbers are what they expect them to be. Jibby going to be getting some nice damage in there. The Wraith ult, though, going to be repositioning TTS to the high ground. Unfortunately, though, it seems like these 2 teams might just part ways.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have the weapon damage to do anything at that range. So yeah, it does look like they're just parting ways here. That being said, we're getting right back into the action here. Just absolutely massacring. Fiends, looks like they're doing pretty well. They have all 3 members left. They just took one out. They are getting Gibraltar ulted though, so looks like the other team might be engaging.
Yeah, but luckily for the Fiends, they do have the cover of this building. And it looks like that this might be a victory for them. I don't think they managed to completely eliminate the squad, but with 17 squads and 47 people remaining, there definitely are a lot of people that seem to have lost a member.
Yeah.
All right, so going into Fragment East now, we do see Loaded Diaper possibly going to be engaging here, but I mean, Fragment just such a massive location. It could sometimes just miss an opposing team walking by it, but that is not going to be the case here, as the Jibby of Loaded Diaper is going to be taking some fire, and the Bloodhound going to be ulting here.
Let's explore this way. Never mind.
Let's go here.
Oh, their
The
Gibraltar
Jibby
does go down.
Ooh, yep.
Yeah, and he's pretty cut off from the rest of the team.
Absolutely huge right there. Loaded Diaper now going to be playing a 2v3 as the Jimmy gets eliminated, and Octane going to be getting out, but taking some damage.
got
It's the
down.
Bloodhound, actually.
Yeah.
The Bloodhound was not able to utilize that Octane pad.
Unfortunate.
Octane really said anybody
he is
but
trying to
me.
get away there, yeah.
Death box here.
Unfortunate though.
Can't be holding your team back if you're the last one up, I guess.
True.
But Zoom of Loaded Diaper gonna be finding themselves encountering a couple of other teams here if they do rotate to Landslide.
Yeah. Looks like he's in a pretty tough spot though. Especially with the armor and the evade. I don't know what else they can do here besides just try and play for high positions.
Yeah, and I think they do have eyes on a couple of people here, but
Yeah.
very smartly not going to be engaging. So now it is going to be Dogpen that's going to be engaging this fight, but they're taking it on a team that's going to be behind the ring here, so they are going to be taking some, little bit of ring damage as Dogpen Octane pads into this fight.
Yeah, Octane's really getting in there, man. Right into the horizon also, unfortunately. Doesn't take too much damage. And it looks like they come out on top. He's still got Zoom there. It looks like he might be heading into another team though, so.
Yeah, Zoom at this point.
Right into 3 turns straight around, complete 180. He knew exactly right. Not happening, man.
Yes,
He's getting out of there. Oh, right into Dogpen though. We'll see what happens there.
Oh, Zoom
Oh
not
my
going to be in a
God.
fun
This
position
poor
here.
man. This
Definitely
poor
playing
soul.
for position at this point because the respawn did time out on the Jimmy and the Bloodhound. So literally at this point, Zoom saying anybody but me. I'm just your friendly Octane running across the map. Do not aim at me. All right, gonna be looking down on the southwest corner of the map right as we get there. Fiends, though, it seems like they're gonna win a fight of their own, taking pretty minimal damage, it seems. So a great victory there for the Fiends, getting a couple nice picks. 15 squads remain. And I think there might be another team in Thermal Station. Yes, actually, there is.
like there is.
This Jimmy is going to be taking a little bit of fire their way. Luckily for them, not much is going to be connecting
they're
on
ulting.
their side. Oh, the Jimmy ult is going to be coming in. That is going to be a bit of a tricky one to dodge, given the lack of cover from above.
But it does feel like it fell a little short though, considering that they were that far away. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like many of them got caught in it.
Oh. And, well, this is interesting. All right. Well, our spectator has unfortunately disconnected here. But there we go. Wow, there we go.
Wow, that was quick for
this
Apex,
is some
I'm not
great.
gonna lie.
Yeah, this is some great game design. Being able to reconnect just like that. Thank you, Respawn, for implementing that.
Only after 7 seasons. Definitely wasn't. Oh, looks like TTS is
Ooh.
gonna run into 2 other teams here.
Yeah, so this is
3
gonna be a
other teams,
massive.
actually.
But the benefit here for TTS is that they are the third party. So
Yeah.
I think this does put TTS in a pretty good position to get some quality kills here. I mean, they don't necessarily need the kills at this point. They just need the win. But this is going to allow them to get, possibly some better loots. Get that Evo maybe. So that way they are ready for this late game.
Yeah. And it does seem like they've scanned the next zone, so they know exactly how to position. Looks like they're going into the building here that's right at the edge of it, too.
Yeah, there are a couple of teams in this area, but not much gunfire happening. TTS, but of course, as I say that, TTS I think did take a little bit of damage there. The Jimmy in a little bit of trouble. So is the Wraith actually now bringing themselves back up to full health there. And I believe it might be the Fiends that they've run into.
Yeah. That being said, though, the Fiends are the only ones. I mean, TTS is the only team here that's playing to win, so any fight they take could be a bad one if they do end up dying.
Yes, that much is that much is true. So TTS is gonna try to reposition themselves here, just trying to get away from these fights. But I think they might actually be sandwiched by 3 teams here.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be pretty tricky for TTS to navigate. And if anybody realizes that this is TTS, I think teams might be a little bit more liberal with some of the action here, just to kind of go for it. Like you need TTS out of this game if you want this tournament to keep going. So somebody's gonna have to take that risk. It's gonna be interesting to see who that is going to be.
Yeah, Team Rocket here doing some damage, man. Blasting away another team. Meowth coming out here with a double kill.
Yeah, and it is gonna be
but they get blasted
Dogpen.
away by Dogpen, absolutely dogging on them. They've been on a roll. Their last 2 team fights have gone completely their way.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to Dogpen there. They had the early disadvantage there in that team
Yeah.
fight, but an excellent comeback there. And I believe it was Dogpen that we saw in that last game that was it the Octane
It was the
Dogpen
Octane,
that won
yeah,
that
it was Panda.
1v3?
Mm-hmm. Panda came out on top with the 1 health Octane play. Although it is a little hard for them to get their Octane back up, considering they're getting, I think, attacked by instant ascent actually.
Yeah, and now on this north side of the map, bring to their backs, there is going to be, I believe this is a 4-team fight.
Yeah.
Absolutely
we have Fiends,
huge
Instant
here.
Ascent, and Dogpen all still here.
Oh, Instant Ascent is going to be able to get a pick there on Surno. So it is Surno
Yeah.
is the 4th team in this one. Suese is completely out of this one. Nozomi getting revived by Omegalol. And this is going to be absolutely huge for them now. Although Nozomi power needs to be able to, get some of those heals up. But I think these teams might have actually kind of split ways a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's playing a bit more conservative this time around, considering that they haven't really. Maybe, I mean, saying that, Panda just gets absolutely lasered and he's downed by Instant Ascent. Looks like they get 2 picks actually on Dogpen. Looney Tunes the only one left.
Oh, but this is not going to be looking good for
Yeah.
Dogpen at this time. The Horizon Q going to be coming in to try to make something of the situation. Going to be able to get a lot of damage in there, but it's going to be no good as Dogpen finds himself sitting in 10th place for this round. Fiends now going to be trying to make a move. They are tailing another team at this point. Oh, but the Bloodhound Q going to find nobody actually, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Heavy ammo here.
On the south side though, man, things are about to get real spicy real soon.
Yeah, I mean, we are in the closing seconds of the 3rd round here. So
We can scan this area.
let's dive into one of these perspectives. Land Wolves now finding themselves on the south end, and like you said, this does seem like we might get a little bit of a bloodbath.
They're
we'll kind of
Valkyring
see.
right into another team. I don't think they saw them yet though. Oh, but they do now. That Gibraltar getting soloed by himself. Drops a shield, thankfully, and managed to get away.
Yeah, the Jibby Bubble gonna be coming in absolutely clutch here, but Solo Wolf making a solo play.
Yeah, it's not really working out though.
Nope, not going to be doing much help for their team here. Landwolves just down to the lifeline at this point, and the lifeline is nowhere near the rest of the
Nowhere near
team.
them. This is a team of lone wolves, David. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, Landwolves more like lone wolves.
Exactly.
But a little bit of a disconnect between the Landwolves team synergy there. Lifeline, kind of taking it for themselves. At this point, probably forcing their team to play for just, position, or I guess more specifically placement of this game.
Let's go here. This way.
Heavy mag here. Level 4.
All right, L9 now sitting in a pretty good position, although going to be on the outskirts of this next bubble, so they are going to have the ring to their backs when that starts moving. But they do have a lot of gear here, going straight purple armor across the board, and a Prowler is what Venom.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Venationics, I'm gonna say. Venationics?
Yeah. I think that's pretty good. And I don't know if you remember, but they were looking pretty spotty in the early game here. They almost got downed and wiped out. But it seems like they've made a comeback, surprisingly.
Yeah, and they are going to be seeing the Bros, and they actually have 3 teams right to north of them, but
Yeah, they are
TTS is sitting
still
very
hanging out.
pretty right now. Yeah, like nobody's near them, and that is
Oh.
exactly what TTS wants. But now we're going to be looking at Instant Ascent here, who is going to be playing with some high ground. Although that with that ring closing in, they are going to have to get moving, and they're going to be playing with a team behind them, and they don't know what's in front of them either. I think luckily for them, there is actually nobody there except TTS if they do decide to go a little bit west. Which I think is what they need
They
at
are
this
doing
point.
that, yeah. That's literally what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, so it looks like they've made contact too. The Bloodhound
Yep, and-
definitely ulting.
Yep, very very good call by the Bloodhound there, but the Bloodhound does take a lot of damage. You're gonna be popping a shield battery here.
Get
Get
scanned
that-
too.
Yep. You know, I know, and with this Bloodhound being able to get scan after scan, you know, the good thing I guess for Instant Ascent is that they did force TTS to, you know, kind of waste some time on this Bloodhound ult. But neither team really getting much damage here right now.
Yeah, they can't really do much considering how far apart they are in the zone. I don't think that either of them are looking for a push here. Doesn't seem like a smart move.
Yeah, so we are now sitting in our top 5 in round 5 of game 3. So all these teams kind of, you know, chilling out a little bit. They're trying to get some chip damage from far away. Neither team trying to engage quite yet. But the Wraith, I believe Wraith might have ulted there.
Into
Yes,
another
they did.
team too.
Yeah, so they're going to try to get as much damage as possible, but they are going to have the Wraith ult to support them if they do need to bail out of this situation. So,
Can they get it
great
down?
position there.
Another down too. Oh, and it looks like they win that team fight. Very well done.
All right, TTS, you know, can start to taste victory here.
Oh,
4
their Bloodhound
squads
gets
remaining,
down,
but
though.
Bloodhound does get down by the ult. I believe that might have been a
Oh, the
Jimmy.
Bros.
They are getting surprised by the Bros here. It is going to be the Jimmy that goes down, and TTS is out of this game.
TTS.
We are going to see a game 4.
A very close fight there too. As you can see, their GP was down and the Octane and the Bloodhound was almost dead.
Right, and the Bros going to be finding themselves, I believe, outside the ring here? No. I believe there was one team that did find themselves outside the ring there for a second.
Yeah, I believe it's Instant Sun. I'm not too sure.
Oh, but Boob Squad, Jimmy playing by themselves. So they are going to have to try to third this. It is going to be a clash now, though, between the Bros and Instant Ascent. Both of these teams in great position here, just straight across the tournament. But it is going to be Boob Squad that is finding themselves in a bit of an unfamiliar, but also familiar position. You know, being in the top 3,
Yeah.
but with only one member this time, as opposed to all 3.
Yeah, looks like the tables are kind of flipped here because Instant Sense got all 3 of their members still up.
Yeah, so this
Although
is
they are
looking
getting
very
pushed
similar
very
to that
hard by
last game.
zone.
Oh, yeah, absolutely
Jimmy Bubble
huge.
coming out for the heal. Very good teamwork.
Yeah, Instant Ascent, you know, almost found themselves in a really bad spot there.
Yeah.
But luckily, they do make the recovery, and the Bros now have their eyes on Instant Ascent. Meanwhile, you can see the Jimmy on the far right side of your screen through this perspective right now, just kind of hanging out. Like, nobody really knows where this last person is.
That being said, we do have some Bloodhounds still up here, so you never know, man. It's just one scan away from being found.
Exactly, but they are kind of, you know, Bros and Instant Ascent are kind of focused on each other. But you see this Bloodhound kind of, you know, taking a little bit of look over there. So I think that Bros do know that Jimmy from Boop Squad is there. They're just kind of waiting for the Jimmy to move, but this Jimmy is just holding tight. They are
He's
9
holding his
damage away
ground,
from
man.
Evo, though. That is worth noting, and that Evo could be huge.
Yeah.
Trading scans, you know, I don't think either team really learned much from there.
Oh, the Gibby moved.
The Jimmy is gonna be moving here.
Yes, he's gonna take that time to get to the next cover over.
Yeah,
trying to
and
get
this
as
is the
central as he
final
can.
round.
He
Oh,
definitely
but
doesn't want to be the first one making the move, though.
no, definitely not. These teams are just waiting each other out. The final ring is closing, a minute and a half to play. Oh, but the Jimmy bubble gonna be
Oh,
coming in.
he is gonna be the one
Great
making
pos-
the first move.
Yes, great position. I mean, they had no choice though. Jimmy had to be the one to make the first move, but they do need to get some damage here so they can get that Evo in. Unfortunately, though, they are going to be kicking
Oh,
a
he's
lot
ulting.
of both teams, but the ult's going to be coming out from Jimmy, I believe. Trying to get something
with the
out.
play?
Jimmy making a hero play, but unfortunately, I think this is going to be it for Jimmy. So it is going to be Boop Squad that does come in third. And the bubble.
Yeah, he's trying to res here, but it's in zone, so he doesn't get knocked. He's not.
No.
Oh.
This
Very
ring is
close call
tightening.
there, yeah.
Under a minute to play.
It really looks like Instant Ascent has the upper hand here.
Yeah, despite
never know.
playing the lower ground though as well, but they are closer to that center of the ring, I think.
Yeah.
So it is going to play to their advantage because it is going to be forcing the bros to make the move. And at this point, the Jimmy is down on the side of Instant Ascent. Instant Ascent finds themselves in a similar situation. 2 members down. Bloodhound going to be going down as well. They're just up to the
Wraith
Wraith at
again.
this point. The Wraith going to be making some hero plays here. Doing a lot of damage here. They do get No!
No, the Wraith
So
cannot.
close there.
So
Oh!
close.
They did get a couple of knocks there, but it is ultimately the bros that come out on top here in game number 3. Oh my
That was
goodness.
a great game. Unfortunately, we didn't see TTS take the win here, but it does look like a lot of teams are going to qualify for match points. So the next game is going to be very interesting, David. I can tell you that much.
Yes. Interestingly enough, actually, the Bros only had 7 points. So
Yeah.
with that win, they still might not be match point eligible. But you know who will be? Instant Ascent. Coming in
sure.
second place here. After winning that last one, and like we were saying, Instant Ascent was at 29 points after that second game. So going into game 3, they really needed 1 kill. That's all they needed. But they ended up nearly winning that game. And they're really just, I guess, trying to show, hey, we are here to play. Like, we just need 1 kill, but we're still going for wins.
Yeah. You know what team really showed up that game was a Dog Fan, man. They really had some great fights going in there. Had a lot of kills early on. Unfortunately, they weren't able to finish that high, but they were really doing some good damage.
Yeah, I mean, Dogpen is, a really strong team and one to watch out for going into game number 4 as well. I don't think Dogpen will be match point eligible, but they've had some really, really good fights.
Yeah, they've definitely doing a lot of damage. I'm trying to see if what was that one team? Yeah.
Well,
Oh, the
what?
Trogs. Yeah,
Oh
sorry.
yeah,
I,
Trogs.
I think they will be match point eligible because they did get 3 kills and they got 12th place, so it looks like they will. Oh, they won't. No.
No, they're gonna be at
No.
29.
They're gonna be at 29.
Oh, the
That's so
Trogs gonna be sitting
sad.
at 29 points. If all math is correct, but we will wait for the TO's official word
Yeah.
on that. But as of right now, it seems that the Trogs, who won that first game very dominantly, are gonna fall short in games 2 and 3. They only need 5
That's
points
so
across the 2 games,
sad.
but they only end up with 4. So the
Yeah.
Trogs probably gonna end up having to, kind of just step it up once again. I mean, they put together a really great fight in that first game, but kind of have since fallen off in these next 2. So the Trogs, I mean, we've seen what they can do. So it just might just be a little bit of inconsistency. But we know that the potential is there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we are going to go ahead and take a very quick break here, but game number 4 is coming up ahead. We are going to have a couple teams match point eligible. So this could be the last game. You do not want to miss this. Apex Legends action coming at you soon. Welcome back, everybody, to Triton Gaming's Apex Trials tournament. We are here once again. And I mean, we just wrapped up game number 3, and gonna be taking a quick look at the leaderboard before we head into game number 4. Instant Ascent now sitting at the top of the leaderboard at 48 points, which is absolutely huge. If it was the more typical 50-point match point system that you might see in like ALGS. But in fact, it is 30, so they are way above and beyond what they need. Also, match point eligible. Once again, TTS, they are still in that upper cut there, and the Bros, who came in second in that last game, sitting at 30 points exactly. So we do have 3 match point eligible teams at this time. So that's going to be absolutely huge going into this next game, because this could be the last game, and with each game it gets more and more likely that this will be the end of the tournament.
Speaking of the end of the tournament, the one team that will not be ending the tournament this time around is the Trogs, who missed match place eligibility at 1 point. They're at 29 out of 30 right now. Sadly, even after going so big in the first game.
Yeah. I know it just such a feels bad for the Trogs. 25 big points in that first round, and we were kind of keeping an eye out for them, but unfortunately didn't get a chance to see much of them from in game 2 and 3, and they sit at 29 points, just outside of that match point eligibility threshold. But also rounding out that top 5 is Cerno, who's sitting at 22 points. So a big game from them could make them match point eligible. But of course, Instant Ascent, Bros, and TTS are going to be the teams to watch.
That being said, we did lose 2 teams. Unfortunately, they couldn't make this last 2 games. Hopefully, last 1 game for TTS and Instant Ascent and Bros. But that being said, we are losing Too Bad and Too Bad Sucks. Unfortunately, they are not playing in this game.
Yeah, I mean, these are 2 teams that supposedly are pretty close to one another. So, they just want to thank them very much for joining us in this tournament. But this is now going to be a 17 squad game. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this one shakes out.
That being said, David, I still expect to see the ferocity that we saw in the last few games. Absolute animals out here just murdering people every single chance they get. And it does look like we have a different spread around this time around. We have 1 team down by the south side near Dome and Lava City by themselves, so it looks like they will be okay.
Yeah, and actually, it looks like a lot of teams are going to be going for Countdown once again, which was the site of a huge fight in that last game. And it actually seems like there is going to be Team Rocket rotating that way as well. So I think this is going to be a different set of teams, actually. I think the one team that I saw in there was Cerno that is making their return to Countdown. But Dogpen, Team Rocket, teams that were not part of this last time. And Dogpen, I mean, the Octane just in Panda, just, such a phenomenal, 1v1 player. I mean, and I mean, we saw it at 1v3 a couple games ago as well. So that's going to be a pretty interesting one here. Loaded Diaper going to be another team that is hanging around Countdown as well.
Already pushing. Loaded Diaper getting in there just in the building they were just in. But Dogpen's already moved out. They do get a scan off. And it does find someone. That being said, that Octane did some big damage to the Sentinel.
And the Jibby Ball will going to be coming out to protect.
Oh, the Bloodhound going down quick. Looks like they're in a pretty rough spot here in the 2v3 already. Looking for a finish. Doesn't seem like he'll get it. Gets knocked instead. The odds are pretty even now, I guess.
Yeah, so I believe it is a 2v2 situation here between Low Depper and Dogpen. Panda, though, gonna have to put something together, as phenomenal as what we've seen from them time and time again. But I think they might have got the res off, right?
Dogpen, yeah.
Oh,
Gets a knock.
Oh, okay.
Just the finish. No mercy.
Yeah, so Dogpen gonna be winning yet another fight here. Panda just proving to be such a formidable opponent in this tournament.
Land Wolves, man, once again on a solo journey. It looks like they're definitely not a pack type team.
No, I mean, Land Wolves, yeah, definitely, a lot of just mixed synergy issues going on with that team, as they already have one player who is completely down. Solo Wolf gonna be a team player here, pick up that banner from that lifeline, but the JB also gonna be going down there, so gonna have to make the journey to pick up that banner as well.
It does look like we might have some fights over here at Trials like we did the last game.
Moving here. Spotted.
Dan Luna, a team that we haven't seen a whole lot of in this tournament. So nice to be able to see their perspective here. They're kind of they are gonna catch some
damage,
gunfire. And the Bloodhound gonna be seeing a lot of information here. A team that was just there, and it's probably the one that's firing right at them.
Looks like it is L9, and they will be doing some massive damage. Looks like they're pushing in now. Seems like they've made up their mind. I guess we'll see more of this Rampage action. I'm kind of interested.
Yeah, that
Couldn't
Rampage
find the
able
knock,
to land.
unfortunately, so low.
Yeah, only able to get a couple of hits there. But L9 is in the driver's seat of this battle as they start to make this push. I believe that might have been a knock there. There we go. That's gonna eliminate.
How's this gonna finish? Trying to play around the Gibby bubble, but it's not working. Can't really protect his teammates, but they are doing some good damage. Get another knock. It's not looking too good here. Yeah, and that's it for Stan Luna, unfortunately.
Yeah, so Stan Luna going to be coming in 16th place for this game, but L9,
Looks like they're getting run up on, though.
Ooh,
They're not careful by 2 teams.
Yes. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they'll be able to handle that one. Baldy's gonna be one of the teams that are gonna be pressing up on L9 at this time. They do spot them, but L9 not aware of their presence, it seems.
They definitely do need the kills here, though, after losing their first game's points due to Seer pick, unfortunately. So hopefully they're looking for the kills here to make up for it.
Let's go this way.
Yeah, L9, I think they might be aware of, their unfortunate positioning here, but actually they are going to take the tunnel to try to reposition themselves, so a great call there. But the Baldies catch them on it, so the Revel coming out, the Rev is going to be pressing them. I'm not sure if L9 is entirely aware. Actually, I think they might have been, because I think L9 might have unleashed that ult right behind them.
For it, man.
They do not want to engage in this fight. And Revenant not going to be able to get any damage off here before this ult expires, I think. No, unfortunately not for the Revenant. So that is going to be a bit of a wasted ultimate for them. L9 still trying to make their way out of that tunnel. Completely trying to dodge this fight, but... Oh, but no, Baldies though, staying on their tail.
Yeah. Oh, they might have just been able to avoid them. Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like L9's trying to take the long way out of there. Going around the rock.
L9 does not want to engage in this fight, but they are going to meet another team at Harvester. So L9 continues to find themselves in bad situation after bad situation right now. But the Baldies now going to be taking a lot of damage themselves.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like L9's trying to go in for the fight here.
L9, I guess, L9 picking their poison here. Rather would fight the Baldies than, try to take the fight at Harvester.
Oh, it looks like they come out on top. They still are Rev chain, so they can't really use any abilities here, so it looks like they're just gonna have to heal up without the Gibraltar bubble.
Oh, but there's another team rotating in from Harvester, and L9 find themselves in yet another fight. They hardly got any time to loot anything from that previous fight, and they are gonna back up to just try to reestablish some positioning, try to get some heals going. And that team that rotated in from Harvest, they're also gonna end up backing up here. They did not want to actually take this fight on. I guess they just did not have the information, that let them feel comfortable pushing in.
Yeah. Loaded diaper here, trying to get out as fast as they can. Unfortunately, can't, unlike the previous games. So they will be out of the match. That's 12th place for them.
So now taking a look at Sour. Sour gonna be taking a long-range gunfight here. Exchanging blows. Jibby gonna be throwing down the bubble to get some healing going. Jibby just absolutely like reliable. You know, no matter what the composition is, Jibby always has a place.
And we've seen some teams make some great use of him earlier. Instant Ascent, especially.
So Sour gonna be going for a little bit of a reset here at this time. Try to you know, gear back up, reestablish some positioning here. I think it's Team Rocket that might be the ones watching. Oh, but Team Rocket
Yes, they're
unaware
getting
of the
lazy.
shift.
Looks like they're in the pickle now too, getting surrounded by 2 teams on the left and the right.
Yeah, Team Rocket has, you know, struggled a little bit early in this tournament.
Looks like
but now they are going to be making a move.
Yeah. The archers come out, the nades come out. They do land. The Elks are doing some damage. Great nade there by James.
Oh, that's
Absolutely
massive
annihilated.
damage. The Octane trying to get out of there, trying to preserve what is left of this team. So
James
Team Rocket is going to get
annihilating.
Yes, 2 eliminations there. Team Rocket coming out on top of that one. Octane getting out of there, so they did not completely win that one. But now it's going to be Dogpen making a move in on Team Rocket, I believe.
Yeah. James going down there, being stuck inside the vehicle. It does look like they'll finish.
Yes.
I mean, they haven't all blasted off again, so there's still hope. What a great nade by Meow, taking down one of the Dogpen. Looks like they're trying to get out of there.
Yeah, this is, you know, already just probably the best game for Team Rocket. This fight isn't over. It's going to be, I think, a 1v1 between Meowth and Looney Tunes. Horizon down to 2 hits.
God.
And
Meowth
going to be eliminated. Team Rocket. Huge win.
Come on.
Damn, they're really showing out, man.
At this
What
point,
a great comeback.
Yes, exactly. Team Rocket, I think they just get better with each game. They have, you know, climbed their way from the bottom. You know, relatively disappointing finishes in game 1 and game 2, but now find themselves within the top 10 of game number 4.
Yeah, and they have the beacon of their buddy, so it looks like they will be able to get him back up. Great use of nades back there too.
All right, now taking a look at L9, who's once again picking another fight. L9 sitting in at 11 points for the tournament. So they've been picking some pretty big fights here, and big fights is what they do need to start racking up some of those points and get themselves a little bit closer to being match point eligible. Should TTS, Instant Ascent, and
Bros,
thank you, not take the victory here. But now Cerno find themselves in a tricky situation. Jibby Bubble gonna be coming out. And unfortunately, Cerno is out.
L9 going big
place.
here. They really do need it though, sitting at 11 points out of 30. They haven't really showed the first game, but the last 2 games they've been doing really well, getting really aggro.
Yeah, L9 just the story of this game so far from what we have seen. But trying to take a look at a couple of these other teams, I'm not sure if I'm seeing any of the teams that are match point eligible still in this.
Oh, TTS is still there.
Oh, TTS, there you go, down on the bottom right there.
And so we also see Instant Ascent right above them.
Ah, there we go, and it looks like they are pretty close to each other, so it'll be interesting to see if they do take that fight between each other.
Yeah. Looks like Team Rocket is still stuck behind L9, so we'll see how they work that one out. And Bros is still up too.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
So
Doesn't
of
look like they've done too much though. I don't see that they've gotten to that big of a fight yet. I mean, it looks like they are though, right here.
they're about to.
Yeah. They look
But,
at
I
Team
mean-
Rocket. I think they're looking at Team Rocket right now, who's down a member. Oh no, they got him back up. They used the mobile respawn beacon.
No, the Bros on the southwest side actually.
Oh.
Look, yeah. So
Oh yeah, they are.
So it's gonna be pretty interesting here because we do see Instant Ascent, Bros and
TTS.
TTS, thank you. All kind of in that same section of map. They do have a lot of space between them, but they could find each other here pretty soon. And these teams are playing it very, very cautiously because they don't need the kills. They need the win.
Mm-hmm.
Hostile right here.
Oh, here we go. TTS and
Oh, Instant Ascent is
Ascent.
getting in it. Yes, sir.
These two teams trying to eliminate each other and get one step closer to winning this tournament. Instant
Yes,
Ascent
and
is
Race
in
are
full
out of there.
control of this fight.
Oh,
TTS.
and TTS is gone, eliminated.
My goodness. A huge victory there for Instant Ascent.
Mm-hmm. Only 2 teams left to win the tournament now, at least in this match.
Yeah, and 7 squads total. So 5 teams looking to stop the Bros and Instant Ascent. And it looks like that it's there is going to be one team on the southwest side there trying to possibly pick a fight with the Bros, but both teams pretty close to each other, not really making much of it quite yet.
Mm-hmm. Bros still holding back here, not going in. L9 slowly moving into Instant Ascent's position, so hopefully we'll see some action there.
Let's go here.
But
Yeah, they do have
doesn't
eyes.
seem like.
They do have eyes on this other team actually.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but it definitely looks like both teams know where each other are.
Let's go this way.
Yeah, the interesting thing here is it's worst team NA. That is the other team that is going up against the Bros right now. But the interesting thing here is that worst team NA have a little bit, less to lose right now.
Yeah.
So they could just try to, push on this, but at the same time, if they are aware this is the Bros, they probably don't, want to give the Bros any sort of advantage as well. So it's a little bit of a debate here. But now transitioning over to the Trogs, who are having themselves a game.
Yeah,
Find
it's
themselves
against
just on the
Team
edge of the
Rocket,
ring.
I believe. Oh, it looks like
Yeah.
Meowth is downed, unfortunately.
These two teams both having a really good game as opposed to some of the other games that we have seen from them.
Oh, looks like L9 is in here too, coming in from the back.
An
Yeah,
absolute bloodbath here as the Trogs go down in 6th place. And now seeing
L9,
L9
oh,
versus
mercy.
Team Rocket.
looks like they do have all 3 of their members up though, and they are pretty kitted, so definitely a force to be reckoned with here. That being said, L9 has been showing absolute dominance this game, just murdering team after team as they move in.
Yeah, L9 is still, I think, just riding so much momentum right now that they are probably going to be in the best position when it comes to this end game. But as far as we know, I think TTS and sorry, not TTS, Instant Ascent and Bros are still alive. So
Yeah.
one of these 3 teams needs to put a stop to their just absolute dominance here. And the Bros and Instant Ascent might actually end up picking a fight with one another.
Yeah, they are pretty close. And it does look like they are taking pot shots from each other. I
Hostile over
think
there.
so. That being said, they haven't engaged.
No, I mean, and as sort of expected here, because neither team really wants to, lose a lot of resources and possibly, lose the game itself. So both teams gonna be playing very, very cautiously. But I think there might be a third party in on this unless it's Instant Ascent that's gonna be up in that position.
No, it is, but it looks like they're also getting 4th partied by L9, so everyone's got something to fear now. Instant Ascent trying to play around this Gibby bubble that Bros put up. They don't have much cover down here except for the rocks. And it looks like a Gibby ult is coming out. Thankfully, it looks like they're just out of the range of it. Behind this cover here. And it looks like they're pushing in.
Ooh. This is going to be an absolutely huge fight for these two teams because these two teams are match point eligible. Instant Ascent finding themselves down quite a bit here. The Bloodhound 2 shots away. Bloodhound is down on Instant Ascent. Instant Ascent find themselves in a familiar situation here, having a member down.
Same member too. Bros still have all 3. Although if there is one fight to third party this game, it is going to be this one. So I'm very curious of what the other teams are going to do.
Yeah, and the bros making their move on instant ascent. Instant ascent. Not eliminated quite
No,
yet.
the Wraith is still up.
Yeah,
Come this way.
but they have that one Wraith who is gonna try to live through this. I mean, Wraith almost won that last game on their own, and they're gonna have to do it here again because I don't think there's gonna be an opportunity to respawn their teammates.
Yeah, Team Rocket here trying to get in on the action. Almost decided to send, but I don't think they are anymore.
No, Team Rocket gonna
looks like
continue to
they're
play
just running
slow
for now.
cautiously. L9 making a move.
L9 finds the Wraith. Unfortunate.
So that means we are down to one match point eligible team in the bros. L9 has continued their dominance in this game. It's going to be pretty interesting when it kind of gets down to it, especially if it's going to be between L9 and bros. But don't count out Team Rocket, who has been having their best game yet as well. But they're going to be seeing a lot of fire their way.
Straight into L9 too.
This is a fight that they definitely don't want to pick at this time, but they are going to be bringing out that Jibby bubble to protect them, allow some, health kits and batteries coming in as well to get them back up to full health and possibly try to re-engage here with L9.
Really good bubble there, kind of saved them. And now it's just...
Now the bros finding themselves in another fight. This is going to be absolutely huge. Ultimates coming out from both sides.
Just trying to wait it out, play inside the Gibby bubble. And play around the rock if possible. But it does look like the bros have the advantage here, because... Or maybe not, it looks like the 8s found the high ground.
Yeah, 8 sitting in at 19 points, so this is going to be an absolutely crucial fight for them, because this is against bros that are looking to win this tournament right here, right now. Bros, the Bloodhound is going to be going down there. Oh, sorry, that was the off team. My apologies.
Yeah. No worries, but it does look like they'll be able to take the momentum back, unless, the knock doesn't come out. But they do get a knock.
Oh, and bros are out of this!
That was a Jibby ult.
Phenomenal!
But he was
play
by
there.
James from Team Rocket.
Oh, it was Team Rocket that came out to say we're down to the last two teams. Team Rocket,
Oh, it's
both
L9 and
teams.
Team Rocket.
Dude,
Team
both
Rocket
of
really
these-
making a comeback.
Both of these teams having the best game of the tournament so far. Both teams climbing out from subpar for performances, and this is gonna be absolutely huge for both of these teams, no matter which way this goes, because they've
Meow goes
eliminated
down,
the
though.
bros, instant ascent, and PTS. So now it's gonna be just a matter of which team is going to, get that extra 3-point bonus out of placement.
Looks like Jessie's the only one up, and she's gonna be blasted away by L9, who have just shown no mercy this entire game. Straight dominance through and through.
Amazing performance by L9, who I think have had possibly the game of the tournament so far. Just amazing play. They took fight after fight after fight. It was a gauntlet for L9, and they've won every fight they picked.
Yeah, they really didn't see any competition there. Every single confrontation they went into, they immediately just team wiped. It's kind of a massacre for them, really. And it definitely added to their points. They were at 11 points out of 30 before. We'll see how much they have now as the results start coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think L9 could have had a bigger game than that.
Yeah.
Just everything went their way, and something between game 3 and game 4 just seemed to have clicked for them. Possibly in some of those other games, they might have just, picked some bad fights, ran into, possibly some of the teams that are match point eligible. But L9 gonna be putting themselves pretty close at the very least to being match point eligible.
That being said, let's not discount Team Rocket, who actually had the game of their careers too. Absolutely went off this game. Had some really sketch moments there, but they managed to get their third back up and had some really good fights.
Yes, they did so well. Team Rocket also just having such a good game. I mean, they were sitting at 7 points after the first 3 games, coming out and putting together their best game of the tournament as well. So big kudos to both L9 and Team Rocket for the performances that they just delivered.
Yeah, that was really, really good. And it does look like Trogs will be match point eligible finally.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Good for you, Trogs.
Good
Um,
job, Trogs. Really proud.
yeah. But honestly, I have a feeling that this last game might be it because we are going to see a lot of teams match point eligible.
Mm-hmm.
It might just reach about half the lobby almost.
Yeah.
But you know, it's going to be super exciting, and I can't wait to see what happens. So I
Mm-hmm.
think we are going to go ahead and take a bit of a break. So we're going to be probably switching servers, I think, as well. That is word from what we're receiving from TO. So it might be a little bit of a longer break, but please do not go away. You do not want to miss this. This could very well be the last game of the tournament. Stay tuned, see who wins.
Okay, welcome back to Triton Gaming's Apex tournament. Things have been really heating up these past few games, and it looks like we have 5 teams that are eligible to win this time around. And by the way, just to catch up everyone that hasn't been here, that just means that if they win this round or this game, they win the entire tournament. And those 5 teams are Instant Ascent, TTS, Bros, L9, and the Trogs. However, though, if none of them win, we have 3 teams that are only 4 or 2 points away of eligibility, which basically means that they're really close to being eligible.
Yeah, and I mean those teams being Ape, Team Rocket, and Fiends, and most notably, I mean between L9, Team Rocket, and Ape, all 3 of those teams had their best game of the tournament in game number 4. So just phenomenal play from a couple of underdog teams in that last game to surprise the ranks of Instant Ascent, TTS, and Bros, who are all match point eligible, and just sweep it from right underneath their feet and force this game 5. So this is going to be pretty interesting now. We have 5 teams match point eligible, and I believe it's going to be 11 teams at this point. No, 12 teams that are trying to stop them. All right, taking a look at the character selection screen though at this point. Doesn't seem like we're going to be seeing any notable changes, although Bros almost select Seer there.
Although we did lose a team this time around. They unfortunately weren't able to make this game, and that was Land Wolves, I believe.
Oh yes, that is correct. So I was right initially by saying 11. So we are going to have 5 teams match point eligible. They can end the tournament right here, right now, but 11 teams looking to extend this tournament just one more game.
And the champion screen, you definitely saw L9 there, gloating in all their glory from their last domination. But we'll see what happens this time around.
Yeah, I mean L9 really was nowhere in this tournament after the first 2 games. And in that 3rd game, I believe they came in 5th, and then game 4 coming out on top. Just an amazing turnaround for this team, putting up 27 big points in that last game. So it didn't even matter what happened in those first 2 games. 27 points is nearly enough just to get the match point eligible on its own.
Doesn't look like Countdown will have too much activity this time around. Last time we've been seeing a few teams on there every now and then, but it does look like Fragment West will have 2 teams there, one on West and East, and Survey Camp will have a lot of activity.
Oh, let's take a look at. Yeah, let's take a look at that. I mean, Dogpen gonna be one of the teams that are there, and very quickly finding themselves a firefight.
Yep, quick shield swap by Panda coming back right into Peak. Doesn't see him. Does look like Worst Team NA is getting out of there.
Yeah, worst team NA read the room and said, "This is not our fight."
This is not. We are not that guy, man. That's what they said.
But the Trog's gonna actually be picking a fight here, and they are match point eligible, so this could be dangerous for them.
Yeah, especially because you never know how these early fights are gonna turn out. Kind of a risky play here, but it could give them the advantage they need.
Enemy over there.
Yeah, Dogpen
playing it safe here.
Yes, even though they don't, I mean, they do and they don't, because they're sitting currently at 23 points. So this is a little bit of a tricky situation because you do want those 7 points, because you don't want to try to extend this to a 7th game.
Yeah.
This tournament, you know, with each game, the odds of it ending become increasingly likely, and they need to figure out a way to secure 7 points, so that way they are part of that match eligible group going into game 6, if there is one.
Yeah. And all these teams that are really close to eligibility, they're looking to win so that the other 5 don't. So they might also have to play a little less aggro. It'll be interesting to see how teams like L9 approach this game, considering they were just fully aping every team they saw last game and winning. So I wonder if they change that approach this time around.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, like we said, there was a lot of action in Survey Camp, but at this point, all these teams have spread out.
Yeah, they really don't want to fight.
Yeah, none of these teams want to engage in that fight. And in a way,
Let's check out
they
this way.
all kind of are forced into that situation where they need to be a little bit more cautious in the fights that they do take. Because you have 5 teams that are match point eligible. You have another six that are 10 points or less away from being match point eligible, and they want to be able to secure their placement, so they don't want to be engaging in any early fights.
We have Cernu coming up on these teams. They might even just run into one of them here if they're not careful. That being said, Cernu is one of those teams that's really looking for the kills here and the aggressive plays, because they are, I believe, around 10 or 7 points away. They are 6 points away.
Yes, they are 6 points away, and they had a pretty abysmal game number 4. So they are looking for a bit of a redemption arc in this game here. They walked away with 0 kills and a 9th place finish. So Cerno definitely hoping to kind of flip the tides here and regain some momentum. And they are going to be engaging in a fight with worst team NA, possibly. I think they are aware of each other's presence, but they are going to end up just respecting each other's boundaries and going separate ways.
Yeah, Black Market comes up. Trying to get some loot here without engaging, but TTS in a fight right now. Looks like they are trying to get ahead of it. Wraith Portal comes out. Quick move comes back.
Oh! A great play there. Yeah, great play there with the Wraith Portal, being able to sneak in some damage there by forcing somebody through the portal. However, the Jibby is going to be down, and the Wraith is very low here. But the Baldies are seeing themselves in a tricky situation as well. This is going to be an absolutely huge fight for the Baldies if they are able to get the job done. Oh, but Boop Squad, I believe this is coming in as a third party here.
Sarah Mentro trying to get out of there. Oh, unfortunately, that isn't Sarah Mentro, actually. That's Goofy from Bodies, I believe.
Yeah, and TTS, I believe, was eliminated there.
Yeah, they were eliminated in there.
Wow, so TTS gonna be walking away disappointed once again. Not gonna be able to secure a victory here in game number 5, and now they are rooting for 11 other teams to make something happen so that they could extend this to a 6th game.
Boop Squad not giving in, following Bodies trying to take out their last remaining player. No mercy. It looks like they've got him cornered, but I don't know if they know exactly where he is. No recon on this team, so it might be a little hard.
Yeah, that's the risk you take by not running any scout, type players. But they do. I think they have pinpointed this building.
Oh, he takes one out.
Oh, that is a very clutch arc star there to get the job done.
No shield batteries, but he's managing to play around the door and shield up here. Oh, but she stalls just long enough for her teammate to come around on top. Oh, big damage here. Oh, couldn't finish.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Baldies, not going to be able to climb their way up on this game either. But, a great effort there. I mean, taking out TTS is, nothing to slouch about. I mean, it's...
Yeah. They've been one of the strong competitors this time around. That being said, worst team NA looking in really big trouble here, and they are out. And
that's going to be 3 huge picks by Cerno. Cerno is 6 points behind from being match point eligible. So that's going to be a great fight for them, putting themselves in a really good position here. And now that we are in those top 13 teams, Cerno is actually just 1 point away from being match point eligible after this game. Oh, but Cerno...
Oh, looks like Dogpen's gonna run into someone here.
Yeah.
They're both going through this choke at the same time.
Cerno was in an interesting position back there, but it's gonna be Boop Squad.
Oh, they spot one.
On the fight.
Oh, it looks like the Bloodhound's gonna get caught up from behind. Gets knocked. Boop Squad instantly finishing. No mercy on the down. It's a really bad spot for Dogpen.
It really is. And that
Gibby coming out.
Yeah, that Gibby coming out to try to finish the job. The Octane Pad coming in as well to try to finish the job.
Kinda does some self damage there, but cleans it up anyway. Forces them into the building. Oh, they will get a knock though. There's only one left for Dogpen here. Trying to heal around the Gibby bubble, but will not be able to make it. Boop Squad have just been murdering this game.
Yeah, I mean this might be Boop Squad's coming out game here. Putting on a
You see Team
phenomenal show
Rocket.
so far.
Yeah, Team Rocket and Sour getting into it. Team Rocket is eligible this time around, so could be another victory here getting washed up if they end up
No,
dying.
Team Rocket is actually 4 points behind, so this is not match
Oh,
point
they
eligible
are.
for them. So yes,
Yeah.
they had a huge game in that last one, but they are gonna need to come up with 4 more points here, and they might be able to do it with
Do it,
Sour.
yeah. James again with the grenade, showing his superiority with the arc stars. Meowth gets a knock. Oh,
And
but
we are-
Trogs are coming in too.
Yeah, and we're already down to our top 10 teams.
Yeah. Trogs taking a second here to loot,
Level 3.
giving some time for Team Rocket to reset too.
Yes, and Team Rocket looks like they are going to be ducking out of this situation. Steering pretty clear of that battle. They got what they needed from it, and these two teams are going to go
Yeah.
their separate ways.
Trogs are eligible though. Just taking out
Oh.
another of their competitors. Oh, looks like
Instant Ascent versus Cerno.
Our highest placed team really trying to get in there, showing off their dominance. Gets a knock.
Yeah, Cerno going to be finding themselves in a tricky situation here because they are down. And Cerno
Oh.
eliminated, but Cerno did get the exact points they needed to be match point eligible. However, with 9 teams remaining, and I believe there are still 4 match point eligible teams alive, Cerno is praying.
That
That's
being
the-
said, L9 just took out one of the Instant Ascent members, so it looks like they're trying to go in for the kill here.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge battle here between L9 and Instant Ascent. Both teams match point eligible once again, and they are looking to, get the job done themselves.
L9 coming off of an absolutely banger game. They might even be looking for, keeping on the same type of aggressiveness, but it does look like he's going to back off right now.
Heads up. Check out this way.
Instant Ascent able to get their Gibby back up, thankfully. I think it was their Bloodhound that went down.
Yeah, Instant Ascent going for a full reset here. Taking a bit of a deep breath here, trying to, catch their bearings. But it does seem like they might engage in another fight here pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
The Wraith on Instant Ascent cast a Phoenix kit here. Down pretty bad at this point, but they do have good eyes on the team looking down from above.
Mm-hmm. Pretty unfortunate positioning here for Instant Ascent. They can't really escape without leaving the building,
Go
and
this way.
with L9 on the high ground, it's going to be a little difficult.
And this is going to be Stan Luna who is trying to guard this building, ensure that nobody goes in or out. And it's kind of just a little bit of a stalemate at this time between those two teams.
Looks like
But-
there's a 3-way battle going on here with the bros.
Hostile spotted.
Bros find themselves in a pretty solid position here. I think they're kind of just watching from afar, trying to beam this other team here, doing
They
some
got it down,
massive
though.
damage.
Yeah. They are one of the eligible teams. Oh, spot another team behind them.
Wow. Big plays here from the Jibby. Trying, just obliterating these teams, just stacking that damage. But unfortunately, not going to be able to get any super meaningful knocks here.
It looks like Trogs is out.
Oh, the Trogs have been eliminated. Yes, if you see that on that kill feed there, the Trogs are eliminated. So we are now down to 3 match point eligible teams. And 7 squads total. So just under half this
Oh,
lobby
it looks
could
like
end this
Instant
tournament.
Ascent just went down too.
Oh, that is huge as well.
That is really big. That leaves 2 squads left that can win the tournament right now.
Yes, and it will be Bros and L9 sitting in that position, trying to finish the tournament right here, right now. But 4 teams stand in their way, and technically each other. So a lot of games still left to play in round 3. A huge gunfight here,
Between
involving the
L9 and
Bros.
Bros.
And the Bros are in a pretty bad situation here. L9 in a
L9
really bad
also
situation.
in a bad situation, yeah. The 2 teams that really need this win the most.
Oh, Bloodhound gonna be trying to go through the lava, but I'm not sure this is
I don't know if
work.
he's gonna make it.
Oh,
Oh, he does, just barely.
wow,
That was
a
really
big,
close. That could have ended it for the team.
very, very risky play there. But L9 not looking pretty at
Oh,
this
this
time.
is
But
Team
you know who
Rocket.
is? Team Rocket coming in hot here, trying to make some big plays once again.
Yes, sir. Team Rocket and Boop Squad have really been doing some work this game.
And Boop Squad finding yet another pick. Looking to join the ranks of the match point eligible teams. This
Oh,
Wraith
the
trying.
Wraith getting out there just in time.
Yes. Gonna be popping that Phoenix kit.
Looks like everyone's resetting here. You see Rocket and Boop Squad both trying to heal.
Yeah, a lot of these teams looking pretty damaged. All sitting in that southwest corner of the ring.
And you have one team member up from Bros trying to go for his banners here, see if he can get them, but he gets scanned in the meantime.
So Bros and L9 both looking pretty bad here. And this is going to be absolutely huge if Boop Squad could swoop in and finish the job.
Oh, the nade's coming out. Oh, get a knock on me out. They are pushing in, trying to see if they can finish out the last few members of Team Rocket here. Fortunately, Jesse gets caught out in the open.
So now it's going to be up to James to get something done, but James is
James
sitting.
is down too.
Oh, but James does get spotted, and
He
Team
gets
Rocket is going to be
spotted.
eliminated. However, that might just put them to be in that upper section there of being
That was
match point
6th place,
eligible.
wasn't it?
So, Team Rocket now just hoping that Bros and L9 can be found out here.
By the way, Rocket will make eligibility with that. So it
Okay.
does look like we'll have a pretty interesting
Let's
game.
check out this way.
Yeah, because I mean, right now L9 and Bros,
Not looking
Are-
good.
yeah, they are looking really bad right now. Just like there's no other way to put this. Just big fights between them and then teams coming in and trying to clean up the job, but you know they kept one person alive on either side, and they are just trying to wait this out. And Bro's actually
Both.
sitting right next to a beacon.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna actually try to get the respawn off.
I think he is. He has both of the things. Both of
Yeah.
the respawn beacon. That being
Yep, and-
said, that will alert Boop Squad though. And looks like they
Yes.
are coming back to see if they can wrap it up.
Yeah, so Boop Squad realizing what has just happened and trying to finish the job here. It's gonna be an absolutely big fight. Boop Squad definitely in the driver's seat of this fight though.
Oh, absolutely annihilated.
Oh, but the ring is gonna be closing
Oh.
as well. So Boop Squad just gonna try to get out of the way and let the ring do the rest.
They will take any kills they can get though.
Yep, and another pick there. So this is looking real bad for the Bros that find themselves in the same exact situation once again. But that Jibby also gonna be kind of stuck on the outskirts of the ring, gonna have to make a move whether they like it or not. But Stan Luna also having themselves a game right now.
They do have the good positioning here too, and they know it.
Shield cell here.
It's still sitting at 5 teams. L9 with the solo Bloodhound and Bros with the solo Jibby. Fiends also with a
Fiends with the
solo
solo
Octane.
Octane. Yeah. We've got a lot of solos this time around.
So really, this is a battle between Stan Luna and Boop Squad, unless any of these solos can make a miracle happen. But it might help them right now that Stan Luna and
Yeah.
Boop Squad are kind of trading shots.
Yeah, I mean, if those solos decide to get in on the action, who knows what might happen.
Let's go over here. Oh, look. Someone wandered into our safe space.
Yeah, the Boop Squad's sitting real pretty here. They are trying to finish the job.
Going in,
with
yes.
L9. They are going to chase them into the ring, but they're going to have to let this
Very
one go.
risky play there, yeah, and he's gone. That's it for Bros. So that only leaves L9 as the only team that can actually win if they manage to secure the victory.
Yeah, and both of the solo players are sitting on the outside of this team fight between Boop Squad and Stan Luna. Both teams waiting.
It's like
Ooh.
unfortunate positioning there with the Gale Bubble. Oh, two go down. Stan Luna does not look good right now.
No, Boop Squad
And it
is
looks
in
like
complete
they are
control.
out.
Yep. So now it's the two solos,
Two solos.
that are right next to each other. They're going to be trying to make a move towards this ring because they are currently sitting outside of it. And I'm not sure if these either team is aware that there's only one full team standing.
Yeah, I mean, right now they just gotta play for positioning, I guess. Although it doesn't really matter for L9.
Yeah, L9 just needs the win, and they're going to be waiting very patiently to see if they can secure this at the very end. Try to swoop in at the last second and get that game-winning kill.
Oh,
but
I think
it
he
is
just
going to be
ulted
very
actually,
tricky.
yeah. Oh, looks like the solos are fighting now.
L9 sitting at the very top of this rock here.
Unfortunately,
but the
not
ring
in the
closing
zone.
in.
Yeah,
and
drop.
that's gonna be it. And Boop Squad is gonna extend this tournament
Wow.
one more game.
That is insane.
My goodness, and I can't wait to see the leaderboard on this because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we're gonna end up seeing 10 teams that are gonna be match point eligible.
That's crazy.
Whew, my goodness, what a game! Just this game had everything. It had some amazing fights. It had some clutch moments. It had some, unlikely battles play out. But ultimately, Boop Squad coming in with the victory and extending this tournament to a game 6. And honestly, I think coming into this tournament to lock, we were expecting to just go 3, maybe 4 games.
Yeah, I did not expect it to go this long, especially with 5 eligible teams. It was pretty interesting. I mean, TTS got wiped out early, but the other teams had stayed in for a really long time.
And, going into game number 6, having so many teams that can win this tournament, it's going to go down to the very last second. It. It's going down to that last ring, to as small as the ring can physically get. I feel like that's how these teams are going to draw this out. Because none of these teams are going to want to engage with anybody because nobody needs kills anymore. They just need the win.
Living. Yeah. I mean, it was really interesting to see how this endgame is a lot different than the last one. Just because you had so many people trying to live and, make sure that they, try and win, try and get that last, maybe miracle victory. It's pretty crazy to see the 3 solos at the end there. Boop Squad, though, didn't let any of them live. They were just hunting.
Yeah, I mean, Boop Squad had a 3v1, v1, v1. So in a way, I guess it plays out to be a bit of a 3v3. Just none of the three on the other side.
They're not working together. Yeah.
So, but phenomenal game. I mean, we've had a different winner every single game, which is absolutely crazy. But the same teams kind of drawing into that top 5 every time with just a couple of rotation pieces. Team Rocket playing the games of their lives right now. Suddenly, they another team that was not in the conversation out of game 3 thrusts themselves into, that upper echelon of teams in game 5 going into game 6, possibly trying to win this tournament.
Yeah, now we have a lot of almost sleeper picks that can actually go out and take the victory here. we thought Instant Ascent was honestly my pick for the victory here, considering that they've been doing really good the last few games. But it seems like now it's anybody's game.
It really is. I mean, and just another sleeper team, Cerno,
Yeah.
I believe. Uh, just another a team that's had a couple of good games, but a couple of just big flops. So if they
Hmm.
can really get this together and kind of just organize their calls a little bit more, I feel, just work more a little bit more as a team. They can come in and surprise somebody because they've been in this top five just one time, but they do still find themselves match point eligible, mostly thanks to kills.
Yeah. Well, it'll be great to see how the next games roll out. So you definitely do not want to miss these. So stay tuned for our next games while we have a short break here and a message from our sponsors.
Welcome back, everybody, to game number 6 of Triton Gaming's Apex Legends tournament. I mean, I didn't think we would be here to lock, but here we
I
are
didn't think
now.
so either. Yeah, we have how many teams is this? 1, 2,
We have
3, 4,
9 teams.
9 teams that are eligible out of the 15 that we have left. That
Yes,
is crazy.
because we did lose another team, Baldi's. They were not match point eligible.
Yeah.
So given that how long this tournament has been extended, you know, not surprising to see a couple teams start to fall off here a little bit, because this is a marathon of a tournament at this point.
Yeah. That being said, David, it will be really interesting to see how the beginning of these games works out, because as you know, the last game was very slow at the start, because remember, we saw 3 teams land in the same spot and no one fought. They just ran away.
Yeah,
Because,
no,
you know, that's how the game is.
and it's going to be even slower this time because there's only a couple teams that are looking to kind of run and gun this. You know, Cerno, I know we had said was going to be match point eligible. Now we're outside of it with 29 points. So they're going to be looking to try to get one quick kill possibly with one of these teams that's, you know, playing a little bit more conservative perhaps and kind of going on their way. Dogpen sitting at 24 points themselves. So they're going to be looking to play a little bit more aggressive, perhaps, because they kind of have to. But at this point, like, if this tournament does not end here in game number 6, I will be shocked.
Okay, getting over to character selection here, we see a lot of Bloodhounds coming out. I mean, David, to be honest, you kind of need the Bloodhound now since everyone's playing so conservative. You never know who's ratting where and and like, you know, where everyone is. So honestly, I feel like Recon is pretty much the biggest thing going into this game.
You're absolutely right. And information is key going into this last game, just like you said. It's just so important to know where your opponents are, and, you know, any bit of information is an advantage. And I don't think that there's a single team here other than the one that we are currently viewing that is running a Bloodhound.
We were literally talking about the team that we're spectating doesn't have a Bloodhound, but that's okay. I mean, whatever fits their, whatever they can do, dude. Whatever they're comfortable with. That being said, looks like people are spreading out all over the map this time around, not trying to land hot, as we predicted. Except for maybe Epicenter. It does look like there's a few teams on the north side.
Yeah, there are going to be a couple teams dropping Climatizer, Epicenter
Fragment,
area.
yeah. Fragment has 2 teams right now.
Yes, specifically Fragment East. There is going to be Instant Ascent who's sitting in Fragment West as well. So that's going to possibly be a potentially huge fight early in this game.
Yeah, looks like we got Loaded Diaper, Instant Ascent, and I don't know what that third team is in Fragment.
Boop Squad.
But it does. Boob Squad, yes. And 2 of those teams are eligible, so maybe Loaded Diaper is going for the kills here, trying to wipe out the competition early, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I guess just to, you know, put it all out there for everybody that is not, you know, closely keep track of the score. The teams that are match point eligible here are Instant Ascent, Boop Squad, Bros, L9, TTS, the Trogs, Fiends, Ape, and what to me has become kind of a favorite, Team Rocket.
I'm not gonna lie, David, they've really grown on me too, especially with their monstrous performance. I think it was in the 3rd game. They really brought it back around. So yeah, they have been a favorite for me too. They're choosing the very left side of the map though. Pretty interesting choice. But they are eligible now, so that being said, they're maybe just playing for the victory.
Yeah, absolutely. So, gonna be interesting to see how this kind of shakes out here, as none of these teams really want to be the one to make the first move, but Cerno is in Climatizer with another team. So this is gonna probably be the first key battle here of this game. Cerno sitting outside of that top cut. So they are looking to make some noise here in game number 6.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to start fighting here. Trying to get some chip damage on each other. Both are in a pretty good position.
Yeah.
Although the Trog's really putting out the DPS there. Holy moly. Raider GG doing a lot of damage, but it looks like they're just getting aped.
Yeah, Cerno going to be making a
Getting in
huge
their
move
faces.
here. But is it going to pay off? I'm not sure if it will.
Looks like it won't.
Oh, Cerno
Down.
sitting in a really bad situation. The Octane sitting at 1 HP. And it is going to be 2 members up on
he
the...
healed. But it wasn't enough.
Definitely wasn't. And Cerno going to be going down in 15th place, which I believe technically gives them the 1 point they
It
need.
does, does it? Yeah, it does. Because you
That's
can't
all
get-
they needed to
That's
show
all
up.
they needed. Yeah, that's all they need. Now they just have to pray that the other teams don't win.
Yeah, they said it's not our problem. We got the 1 point we needed. Somebody else cleaned this up for us.
Let's go here.
Right, so still following the Trogs here. So they do
Yeah.
win that first key battle, which, you know, Cerno really had nothing to lose there. They needed 1 point, and just by showing up to this game, thanks to the other teams that have decided to drop out, they do get that 1 point necessary. So the Trogs going to benefit pretty early from that fight.
Bro's really making a good advantage of being alone here, trying to scan for the next zone and also crafting some materials, see if they can get ahead. I mean, now that every team is pretty isolated, they have a lot of time to just loot around and get set up before they fight, so it will make
Yeah.
the end game pretty interesting.
I agree. It's going to make this pretty interesting indeed, because it's going to be a lot of stacked teams coming into that 4th, 5th round when things really start to get close. But for now, these teams are going to continue to kind of respect each other's boundaries for the most part, try to get a couple of, you know, chip damage here and there, but TTS I think has their eyes on a team right now, and they are going to make a move on it as the Bloodhound activates their ult, but not going to be able to really see anybody. They do see one person, but unfortunately still too far away. That might have been a little bit of a premature
Oh, their Gibby's
know,
taking
ultimate
big
there.
damage though.
TTS looking for these picks. They are not afraid to go out and, you know, engage in these fights despite being match point eligible, and they need the win in order to win this whole tournament.
Yeah, I don't know if they know who their opponent is, but I think it's Bros, right? Is that the other team that they're fighting? And that team is... Oh, is it not?
No, it
It's
is not.
Oh.
But it is going to be
Unfortunate.
Boop Squad that they run into, because those teams went their separate ways. But Boop
Yeah.
Squad going to be actually running into them right now.
Oh, it looks like Boop Squad will be able to get some damage off without them knowing. The Gibby shield goes up along with the ult.
We should go here.
But the
Just see if they-
Horizon taking
Yeah.
a lot of damage there. And Wraith going to be trying to retreat as well for Boop Squad. Going to be using that portal to get them out of this situation. This is not a fight that they want at this time. So they are going to play it a little bit safe and hopefully let somebody else do the work for them.
Yeah. Really interesting to see how this turns out because, David, last game, I wouldn't have thought twice of Boop Squad just getting in there, but nowadays they're really trying to keep their space. Especially with the third team moving in, as we just saw. TTS, though, holding their ground down, not letting him get into the portal.
And
Gets the knock.
Yeah, that is a knock, and I believe that is Boop Squad. And unfortunately, not going to be able to get away from that one. So Boop Squad is going to be playing the rest of this down a member, unless they can retrieve that banner and get the respawn off. But that's going to be a little bit tricky, given that everybody has eyes everywhere.
Looks like Skyhook might have some activity too, but Survey Camp, the three-way tie there. Although they all seem to just be minding their own business, at least until now.
Let's explore this
Yeah,
Little
way.
bit
I mean-
of damage coming out.
Yeah, even then, they're still more or less kind of minding their own business, you know, trying to get a quick shot here and there, but ultimately they know that this is not going to amount to anything quite yet. So if they can just kind of waste the other team's time and resources, you know, that's kind of a victory in of itself right now.
True. I think everyone's just preparing for the end game at this point. Trying to knock out as many people as they can. Maybe get a free kill on a team that's just not paying attention.
Yeah, and we are closing in on round 1. So 13 teams still stand dog pen trying to make their move now. They're looking to get their way into that top cut of match point eligible teams, but they're going up against Loaded Diaper, I believe, and neither of these teams are in that top cut. So this could be unfortunate, really, if these teams waste all their resources on each other, because that's not who they really need to target.
Yeah, they've got the jump pad ready too, just in case they need to leave. But Boot Squad look like they're going for fragment instead of engaging. Yeah. Although they are just going to be running into L9, who's already in fragment.
But L9 unaware of their presence quite yet.
Might just scan here, you never know. But also L9 pretty weak on the armor side here in comparison. Oh, entering the same building. Does he know?
It's a Bloodhound, so Bloodhound is aware of the.
He
So
doesn't
this is
know.
gonna be huge. No, the Bloodhound's aware that they're there, but not right there.
Not right there. Gets knocked out instantaneously. This is the best thing that Boot Squad could have hoped for, actually.
It really is, as L9 now playing on the back foot. A huge disadvantage for them, but Boot Squad is playing down a member.
Oh, they are down a member, yeah. They also get knocked, so it's really just the Octane here.
Yes, it is, and it's Octane, not much health left, but lucky for them, L9 is unaware of their position being down a member, and
the Octane makes the play and gets it through. Saves his team. And he gets a respawn, man.
My goodness. L9 gets absolutely shut down, losing the 2v3, but they never realized it was a 2v3 to begin with. They ended up playing a little bit scared. If they knew exactly what the numbers were, they definitely should have pressed up on that, and they could have won that fight. But now they are praying for one of the 5 remaining, I believe, teams sitting outside of that top cut to win this game. But it's not going to be looking good for them. L9 just kind of, sitting and twiddling their thumbs because they really can't do anything else about it.
The Bros and the Trogs are really getting into it here. And, is that Instant Ascent? Yeah, Instant Ascent gets a knock. Arcstar. You know who we haven't really seen much of this game is Team Rocket.
Yeah, Team Rocket.
They are
kind of
just chilling,
their
man.
own business.
They're minding their own business.
And rightfully so. I mean, they do not want to see anybody until it comes to that last fight. I mean, although it might be helpful to engage in a team with a team or two, leading into that 4th, 5th ring, so that way you can hopefully start to upgrade those armors. Because if you really don't see anybody, it can be really difficult to have the appropriate resources, the armor that you would need heading into those final rings. Now gonna be getting a little
gets
bit of
punished
damage.
for that peak though. Absolutely demolished.
And Dogpen gonna be making a bit of an evasive maneuver here, trying to get out of the way of that ultimate right behind him like an action movie.
Dogpen really looking for the kills here because they still have yet to qualify, I believe. Yeah, they're only 6 points away though, so.
Beans, another team that is match point eligible. They are actually going to be playing with 2 members as their Jibby has timed out on the respawn. So that's going to be huge because now you're playing with a bit of agility with the Octane and Bloodhound, but no protection. That Jibby ball is just oh so important. And it looks like there's a couple of teams here in Epicenter just on top of each other, but seemingly unaware of each other's positions, or
I think
perhaps
they know.
they
We were
are.
watching the fight earlier. Yeah, they just didn't want to engage because it's not really. It wouldn't make sense for them right now, right? They are doing damage though. Let's be real. It's not for a lack of fighting. Let's say that.
Yep, very very cautious indeed because I believe that is going to be Rose that is underneath Epicenter there.
Interestingly, we're not seeing many Evo shields here getting popped off because there's not been much fighting. I don't think we'll see like the reds come out until like the very end.
Yeah, and if that as well. Instant Ascent though picking a fight for themselves. A lot of damage being exchanged between both teams. The Octane Pad coming out to try to get that knock player out of there, and I think they managed to actually finish the job.
They did get him out, but he's still knocked. Oh, but the thermite coming in just misses.
Boop Squad in a really bad position here. Instant Ascent gonna be pressing on this. Oh,
Oh,
Boop
that was a
Squad.
great octane pad.
It was, but now Boop Squad now sitting on the spectator seat. Once again, praying for one of these underdog teams to pull this one out.
Yeah. And I believe we only have 2 underdog teams left with the Stan Luna and Dogpen, unless there's one that I'm missing.
From what I can see right now, I think that might be right. Unless either Worst Team NA, no, they're out. Sour.
No. Oh,
Sour
yeah.
might be in this.
No, Sour is a underdog, yeah.
Okay.
So
So
that's
3 underdog teams. So it's in regards to winning this tournament, it's a bit of a 3v7 here. But
You never know.
With each passing minute, it seems more and more likely that this tournament is going to end here in Game 6, and we are now going to start pressing in on this ring for round 3.
That being said, Team Rocket's still minding their own business up in survey camp, trying. Oh, but they are going to be running into another team here.
Oh yes, let's take a look at this gunfight with Dogpen. This is one of the underdog teams. Dogpen gonna be hoping that they can win this fight because they need to stay alive and be one of those last teams left if they want to extend this tournament to a potential 7th game. But like I said, that with each passing minute, that becomes less and less likely as Team Rocket is absolutely controlling the pace of this fight right now.
Managed to get a good headshot on Panda, but he's healed back up by now. Looks like the Bloodhound will come out here. Might be a little too early though, because Team Rocket really isn't doing much. They know they don't really have to push right now.
Yeah, and Team Rocket is gonna end up playing this very safe. The Bloodhound ultimately gonna just be a series of scans to get information because it's not looking like any trades for damage here are gonna be done.
Stan Luna coming up on instant ascent here. They might even be able to. They might even see each other.
Yeah, and a lot of teams starting to kind of make their way to Epicenter now, and as we saw, there were 2 teams sitting in Epicenter, so
they're all in
a couple
the
of these teams
corner.
might
You
be
see
surprised.
that? They're all in the back of that truck.
someone
Instant
over here.
ascent. Every single member is in there.
Oh,
Oh wait.
and they are going to be a little bit punished for that, but Stan Luna
Yeah.
coming in to kind of get the job
Really
done. And a massive damage being done here to Instant Ascent. Stan Luna is going to be going down 1 member. The Bloodhound is
Instant
pretty
Ascent, though.
close to going down themselves. Scan coming out, and that's going to be 2 members down for Stan Luna. Octane trying to get out of there. This is completely flipped. Instant Ascent kind of back in control here. They have 2 members up, and this is going to be a 2v1.
How did they manage that?
I'm really curious what the call was there to.
They gave you the Guardian Angel.
Yeah, they're gonna be using that Guardian Angel to help get their team up real quick. But I'm really curious what the call was there from Instant Ascent. Like, hey guys, let's all get in a corner and see what happens. But it somehow worked, so I would love to kind of get into minds of Instant Ascent there, just to understand what the communications and calls were there. But now Dogpen gonna be watching from the outside of the ring, looking into Epicenter. So they are gonna take a decent chunk of damage there, having to syringe up as they move in towards the center of Epicenter, where there's a lot of teams waiting for them.
Yeah, it really looks like Team Rocket has played this right. They're at the top of the zone right now, kind of alone. But Instant Ascent right in the middle of all the teams fighting right now.
And
Oh,
8.
and Dogpen goes down, I believe.
No, that was 8 that showed themselves
8.
out of this tournament by going down to the ring. So now we are down to 8 teams. I believe it is 6 match point eligible, 2 underdogs.
Yeah. Bros have been holding their ground ever since they got to that Epicenter. Haven't left yet.
No, they haven't. I mean, the Bros have not moved an inch, and we saw this same exact, play in game number 2, and then ultimately they ended up, getting a little bit antsy, a little bit ambitious, and it cost them where they lost a 2v3 against Instant Ascent. But now Bros playing it a little bit smart here, trying to, get those crucial picks. Instant Ascent, though, down to 1 member, but they've been in this situation before. They know they can make this work despite being down numbers significantly.
True. That being said, I'm pretty sure they're still trying to wait and just hope that Bros gets attacked by another team, because they really are just caught between them right now. Trot's still on top, still doing damage. Trying to get the Evos to the next level, I'm presuming, before the final circle starts ascending, or descending.
Yeah, but the Trogs here definitely sitting in the best position by far with just how much they can see. However, I think that final circle is going to be outside of their position, so they are going to have to make a move here whether they like it or not. And that ring starting to close in with 7 squads remaining.
ETS fighting here. Get a knock. Get another knock. Oh, it looks like they will wipe. Which? Oh, was that
That was
That was
Dogpen.
Bros.
Or Bros? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it was Bros. Yes, but so
Dogpen
Bros
does
are
get
gonna be
knocked
going
here,
down.
though, yeah.
And I believe Dogpen is also out of this. So I believe we are down to 1 team that is an underdog. So as this game closes, this tournament is starting to look like it's reaching its end. We have just concluded round 5. This is the final round. We just have a mere couple of minutes left of gameplay. Dogpen actually does have 1 member standing, so they are going to try to make something happen with this Loba. But unfortunately, they just aren't in the position to make anything happen right now. TTS looking in a fantastic spot, actually, with all 3 members up at full health for the most part. And they are going to be hunting down the last member of Dogpen. So Dogpen's going to
No, that wasn't Dogpen. That was... Who was that? Oh, that was... Oh, sorry. But yeah, it looks like they will wipe that team. Team Rocket and the solo from... Who's that? Incident Center just vibing out there, man, in the corner. I don't even know if they know where each other are, but...
I don't think they do, but Instant
Yeah.
Ascent gonna have to just play the waiting game at this point. They need to wait until there are 2, maybe 3 teams left. But we are closing in on the end of the round 6, so the ring is gonna start closing, and this is where the tournament will be decided.
Yeah. James taking some big damage, trying to heal up here. And it looks like they found the Wraith. She's been scanned.
Yes, and that's absolutely crucial, and they know that it's just 1 player, so they are gonna collapse in on this Wraith.
Yeah.
Doing massive damage there, but unable to get the Wraith eliminated quite yet, as the Wraith's gonna queue out of there. And, I mean, that's really all the option that Instant Ascent had there. And they live for another couple minutes here, perhaps.
Yeah. James gets down, but Meowth gets a trade there. So it looks like both teams are even right now. Fiends only has 1 other person up, though.
Yeah, and that's going to be pretty tricky to navigate for Fiends, as
Yeah.
Team Rocket is going to be trying to recover here.
Yeah, they do get Meowth back up, though.
Yes, getting some bats up, and ultimates being spammed here at this point. Trying to get any bit of damage that they possibly can. The Octane of Meowth is going to go down. James is going to go down. Jesse trying to keep their team alive. But the ring is closing in. And Jesse needs to get out of there. But unfortunately, Jesse's not going to be able to catch up to the ring, I think. Oh, they did. And they're going to be fighting this Gideon team. GTS is going to win this
Oh my
tournament.
god! How close was that?
My goodness. TTS is gonna be your Triton Gaming Apex Trials Tournament Champions!
After 6 games of hard fighting, man.
TTS match point eligible since game 3 is going to finally get the job done here in game 6. after such hard fought battles that was so close down to TTS and Team Rocket there, but that ring just doing wonders to help TTS on their way to a tournament victory. All right. So TTS is going to be our tournament champion. So congratulations to TTS for finally getting the job done here. They played absolutely phenomenal. They got close quite a few times there. Close calls in both game 4 and game 5. But as of right now, we aren't going to be sure who is second or third quite yet because second and third is going to be determined by points and points alone while factoring in game 6 totals. So we aren't going to be sure what that is quite yet. Our TOs are working very frantically to get that information calculated. But I mean, Talak, what a tournament we just had.
I know. I don't think either of us thought that this was going to make it to 6 rounds, but it really did, and it was a great roller coaster the entire way through. We never had any boring matches at all.
Nope. I mean, and as we progressed through these games,
Mm-hmm.
teams just played it a little bit more patient each time, which, obviously kind of creates for a little bit of, I guess for lack of a better term, a little bit more of a boring early game. But the other side of that is that you get just an insane end game where you get these 10
Yeah.
teams collapsing in on each other and you just see gunfire left, right. You don't even know who's shooting at you anymore. You don't even know what your teammates are. Like everything is just a big mess, but a glorious, beautiful mess at that, in which TTS found themselves on top.
Yeah, I think something that's really interesting is the more that people started qualifying, it created space for teams that weren't really aggro to just go out there and show who they were. And like for example, L9 and Team Rocket really came out and showed out that they were just as big of a competitor as like someone like Instant Ascent or Boop Squad or TTS.
Yeah, I mean, it's a couple of great stories there. Especially like with L9 and Team Rocket having these coming out games where
Mm-hmm.
they just suddenly thrusted themselves into the conversation of we are legitimate contenders, watch out for us. But also just Instant Ascent having great game after great game. I mean, going into that last game, Instant Ascent had 59 points. They nearly doubled what was required of them to be match point eligible, but still gonna fall a little bit short here. But I still expect that Instant Ascent is gonna fall probably in that top 3, or if not really close to it.
Yeah. I mean, no one can know for sure because we haven't calculated everything yet with the kills and everything. But all I know is every team really fought super hard for the victory there at the very end.
All right. So at this point, though, I think that is going to do it for us because it is going to take a little bit of time for our TOs to,
Mm-hmm.
kind of sift through all of this information, all of the scores, double check, make sure they carried the one, ensure everything is accurate and that we get the prizes to our second and third place team. But we do know TTS is our champion. So as we start to wrap this up, I just real quick, just thank you to Turtle Beach and Rockcat for sponsoring this event. It has been absolutely so much fun, and I've enjoyed every second of this. So thank you to them for being able to support us here today.
Mm-hmm.
But as I guess we start to wrap this up, I guess we'll take this opportunity to just do a little bit of self promotion. So Talak, anything you want to throw out there? Where can people find you?
I don't really have anything. I have a Twitter, but that's pretty much it. It's a talk with 2 A's. But yeah. What about you, David? Plug your socials right now. Let me see them.
Yeah, no, Twitter at DRF underscore Splatoon. That's my main realm of gaming. But it was an absolute pleasure coming out to do a little bit something out of my comfort zone here with Apex Legends. And then Twitch, Triton DRF. But once again, so much fun. Thank you to everybody that managed to make this possible.
Mm-hmm.
But Talak, any parting statements here or anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank all the teams that participated. we wouldn't have such a great tournament without the people that were playing. And
Mhm.
honestly, everyone just came up and they really fought really hard, and it was really entertaining to watch everyone be there, and everyone for watching, obviously. And yeah, that was pretty much it.
All right. Well, that is gonna do it here for us in the booth. Thank you all so much for watching. This has just been such a fun tournament, and I hope that you all enjoyed it too. Because without you all supporting us as well, we would not be able to put on events like this. So thank you all once again for making this possible. And with that, this has been David, aka DRF, and Talak signing out. See you guys.